Well, hello everybody. We are back finally in the Phantom Zone. We took a break for a while because wasn't really a lot to talk about, and I mean all this other crap happened that really like I don't care about. We kind of know already, so I just there's nothing for me to talk about with that. It's rubbish. So today we're going to go back to old school Phantom Zone, which is we're going to just give our opinions on the shows that we watch, and then we're going to open it up and let people come in, and we're going to talk together and see what we come up with. So we're going to try to focus on Moon Knight. Steven and I saw Morbius, so we're going to give our reviews live tonight for Morbius. And then we're also going to talk about Superman and Lois. And is there anything else to talk about? I don't remember, but if something comes up and we want to discuss it, we can discuss it. We can talk about the Oscar stuff if somebody wants to talk about the Oscar stuff. I mean, I'm open to it. I just don't really care that much. So, we can see how it goes. I added a Batman 66 Adam West shelf up here. So that's new. And I changed this shelf up here. I changed that around. So that's what we're gonna do, Zach. You wonder what you thought about New Moon Knight? Well, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Moon Knight. So I've got some people coming in already. We'll see how it goes. So let's bring. Where's my man? It have been so long I can't find my my intros here. All right, so let's bring in our first panelist. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Jim, man.
Okay, so could not be reached. Hey, could not be reached. What's going? Hey, yes. Oh, yes. We'll let's talk about that though. I saw the first minute of it and then I turned it off because like I despised it. I thought it was awful. I don't understand. The Joker character has devolved into garbage. Let's think of the live action Jokers. Cesar Romero is literally the best still. Cesar Romero is like here. I'd say Jack Nicholson is just underneath, right? Like, what do you think, Steve? Okay, well, Cesar Romero, is he the best or what?
I mean, this is going to be a crappy answer, but he's the best Joker for what they were doing, which was more of a comedy show than a comedy action show than a straight show. I think Joker, I think Nicholson's Joker was perfect for what Tim Burton wanted. I think Cesar Romero was perfect for what Batman 66 was going for. So it's going for more so like it's hard. Like it's hard for me because it's like asking me, do I prefer Silver Age Batman to modern age Batman or Bronze Age Batman? It's tough because to me, I like all the Batman, even the cheesy Batman. I like the only Batman I don't like is the Batman who doesn't try and stop the villains. That's the only Batman I'm not down for. But every other Batman, character, I appreciate what they were going for, and I appreciate 66 more than I appreciate the Schumachers because that was what Batman was at that time. So
they were respecting, in an odd way, the Adam West Batman respects Batman at the time more than, I guess, modern Batmans. I think the downhill kind of started. I understand Joel Schumacher's thinking. He's like, well, Batman's a comic book. You literally watch the interviews, and if you watch the interviews, and if somebody had asked this guy before he made the movies, like, okay, what do you think? He literally tells you what he's going to give you. He's like, oh, it's a comic book, and it's toys, and it's just a silly, fun thing, and it's for kids and all that, right? And then he threw in a couple of little innuendos here and there for the adults, which is literally the Adam West show.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like, him and Catwoman have a lot of funny lines, and all that. And that's what Joel Schumacher is like. This is, hey, Arkham, how's it going, dude? So this is his idea of what Batman. This was Joel Schumacher's idea of what Batman is. And if we had known this before we saw Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, we may not have been as pissed off with those movies had we known going in. The problem is that we saw Batman '89, which is very serious, and then Batman Returns, which is like this weird fantasy movie almost. It's like this weird Batman. It's not really. It's Batman sort of, but not. It's weird. Like some people, I love that movie. It's not really exactly Batman. Like I would say Batman '89 and Batman Begins is closer to what I would think Batman would be. But Returns is just a great movie for me, just visually, and I like Catwoman and Penguin and all that.
So the thing with Batman Returns is that it's a perfect Tim Burton movie where it's his sensibility of the gothic meeting the in-joke. Right? Like Burton is known for doing that in-joke, right? Like Mars Attacks is one very long.
I know, that's all it is, yeah.
With the Max Schreck character, and that's like a film history thing, like knowing that he came, that was a character in Nosferatu and that, with the gothic sensibilities. And if you know Burton, it makes perfect sense that the Penguin would be a monster character.
Right.
It's just like we're sitting there saying, this is not the Penguin, this is not my Penguin.
Technically, Danny DeVito is not the right Penguin.
No.
Like, it's sort of weird. He kind of is Penguin. He's Penguin, but he's monsterized Penguin.
Yeah.
Like Catwoman's even licking her, like actually like cleaning herself like a cat would, right? Like, she's like, and it's like okay, that it's weird. And Batman literally is hanging upside down like this, like upside down,
like he's an actual bat.
Like he's an actual. Like Tim Burton took it to this like monster level. It's like this is literally a Batman fighting a penguin, creature and a cat woman creature, and she doesn't even kiss Batman. She literally licks him. And it's like, it's like that for some people who are reading Batman comics, like, well, this is too weird now. Like it's kind of weird. I like it as a movie that it just looks cool.
I mean, it's a great, like, it's just because Tim Burton's a great filmmaker, and this had one of the most truthful posters of any Batman movie, where it's like the bat, the cat, the penguin. That's literally what they are. They are the animal, these are the animal incarnations.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying.
I agree.
And Batman '89 turned out less so because Joker really, it doesn't fit with that. But also, he was reined in a little bit. They're like, no, we need to have this. We need to show this and that. And then with the success of Batman '89, they're like, well, just do whatever the hell you want in Batman Returns. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he just made this crazy, weird, dark fantasy. And they're just, people are like, when I saw Batman '89, I loved it immediately. When I saw Batman Returns in the theater, I thought it wasn't very good. I was like, ooh, I don't like this. Later, I came to appreciate it more as a movie, and I've seen it so many times. And to me, those two are like almost equal to each other. As far as me enjoying them, if I have to say what's a better Batman movie, I would say '89 is a better Batman movie, and probably Batman Begins is a better Batman movie for Batman. But Batman Returns is my favorite Batman movie, just because it's a neat movie to watch, and I like Christmas, and I like the snow and all that, and the tree, lighting the tree, and the bats coming out of the tree, and the big present with the circus freak gang, the triangle circus gang, or whatever they're called. I liked all that, so I think it's really neat.
Well, I think where the Joker started to devolve was the Heath Ledger Joker. Sorry, but like, again, Heath Ledger's Joker was perfect for the movie they were making, which is the anti-Batman movie, which is like basically saying it's ridiculous that the guy could fall into acid and survive and just have his skin bleach. Like, that's ridiculous. Why wouldn't it just be a guy who puts makeup on? Which is what they gave. But the problem is that, and maybe it was more so because they wanted to make the grounded Batman movies for them, it's like they now can't go there, right? Like, no one wants to tread on that ground again. So we got the gangster Joker, which was Jared Leto's interpretation, Suicide Squad. Right. And now this thing, which I'm like, I don't even know why they bothered. I literally don't.
We skipped Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm just confused why they even bothered. Like, it doesn't.
We're going to talk about Morbius in a minute, Andrew. We're going to talk about Morbius. Yeah. So yeah, somehow, I don't know, somehow this just devolved now
Yeah.
into this now what we have in this deleted sequence. I didn't even watch the full thing because it looks so awful. I'm glad they deleted it. I don't want back in the movie because that is just an awful Joker. It's like literally, it's nothing like Joker. At least Joaquin Phoenix Joker has an appearance of Joker, where I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of the Joker, but like it's all like doing the blue. Like I just don't know why they did that because he doesn't have that. Like just why? Like it's just so weird. Like don't do that. Like just don't have that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
again, it's makeup, so I don't know what to tell you. It's like the more you remove from the Joker, the less Joker it is. Like to the point where now we're at the Riddler, where he's not Edward Nigma, he doesn't want to outsmart Batman and prove his intellectual superiority. It's like he doesn't wear the green suit with the hat, right? Regardless of whether there's question marks or not. He doesn't need the question marks. The Gotham guy with just the green suit is fine. It's like, okay, so it's not the name of the Riddler. He doesn't act like the Riddler. He doesn't look like the Riddler. What the hell is this then? Like, that's the three. It's like Superman doesn't look like Superman. He doesn't behave like Superman, and he's not named Clark Kent. It's like, that's not Superman then. Like, literally, it's like he doesn't behave like the Riddler, he doesn't look like the Riddler, and his name is not the Riddler's name. So I
Yeah.
don't understand. Like that, and it's not the Riddler. Like it's just at least Heath Ledger Joker. I could say, oh yeah, that's probably Joker. Like if you lined up a bunch of people and you're like, who is this character? I'm like, oh, that's probably Joker. Like I could still think that was Joker. Same with Joaquin Phoenix. Like I'm like, oh, that I guess that's Joker, right? Um, I'm not sure about Jared Leto. I think I would not know who that character. I would be like, I don't get who is this character. Is this like some weird like who is this character that we're looking at? But he did have the acid thing, so it's so weird. It's like they kind of had they had some parts but removed other things. Like it's just weird. I think Jared Leto probably could have been a good Joker um, if it was like the real Joker.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he was a good casting for the character. It's just the character was way off what we got.
yeah,
You know.
I don't know. And but this deleted scene Joker is absolutely awful. That's the guaranteed worst Joker, easy. Like that's not even a contest. Like there's no. I'll take that Jared Leto thing. At least he's weird. Like I don't know. This guy was just it just I don't even get it. I have to watch the full scene, and we'll see how it goes. What's Andrew saying here? There was a creepy Joker concept from Burton. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, I haven't seen that, but I mean, with Heath Ledger, they gave him the Crow. I just kept thinking the Crow. Maybe the
Yeah.
Crow isn't a big movie now. Like to me, that like the Crow is like one of these change my life movies where I watch it so many times. I had the soundtrack on cassette tape, then I had the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just we're gonna do our thoughts on Morbius as well. And we want to do Moon Knight as well. I'm just waiting for a couple of other because Sean and I don't know if Greymalkin's coming on. He said cool or whatever because he wanted to come on, and then I'll invite everybody on to come talk about Morbius and Moon Knight and Superman and Lois and the Joker scene if we want to talk about that too. Go ahead, Steve. What were you saying?
Yeah, I just the thing with the Heath Ledger Joker.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree, Andrew. Like
I agree with
the
that.
thing with the thing I never understood about the Heath Ledger Joker was he did the makeup badly. Like even
Right.
someone who did makeup, which was Joaquin Phoenix's character in Joker, did it pretty good. But the Joker did it like a child,
Yeah,
like
it's
Heath
messy.
Ledger's. And I'm like, is he just uncoordinated? Like, did he not know how to apply makeup? Like, it was really. But then I guess they're saying, oh, he doesn't really care. But I'm like, then why wear the makeup? Like, it was very odd to me, and I just never understood it.
Yeah,
You know,
Heath Ledger was a great villain in that
yeah,
movie.
yeah,
where he called himself Joker, but like
yeah,
it's not really the Joker.
right.
But it's better than the Riddler. Someone posted a thing on Twitter like ranking the villains, and it's like, oh, is this Riddler? What's the guy's name? Paul Dano? No.
Yeah, it's Paul Dano, I think.
So is Paul Dano better than Heath Ledger Joker? Hell no. It's like because Heath Ledger Joker was still a compelling character in that movie.
Yeah.
So it's like he's still a good character, a good villain in the movie we watched. Let's see, Sam. I prefer comic Joker movie. I prefer comic Joker movies when I haven't. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Andrew's saying he disagrees with you, Arkham. Well, Jack Nicholson was very close, and Cesar Romero was great for the time of that show because that's what Joker was.
That's who Joker was. That's literally like cartoonish Joker. Like when he's like that episode where he's pitching in a baseball game in prison, and he's got the thing like
brings him out. He literally
brings him out. Yeah. That's what it would have been back then. That's what would have happened.
So it's like the pitcher's mounter ever springs something like, that's weird.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He's pitching in a baseball game in prison. I'm like,
what is happening?
Why is Joker pitching in a baseball game? It's just been, there's been a lot of, I will say this. With I don't even know what I call this one, but with the exception of the Batman's character called the Joker, I haven't seen a Joker where I'm like, I blame the actor. Like it was a bad acting, actor choice. All the Jokers have been populated by very good.
The actors are all great choices.
Yeah.
All right, so we got someone. Let's bring in our next guy.
Sean O'Mac.
Hey, what's up?
We didn't review I didn't review Morbius. We're gonna review it. We'll review it in a minute, and then we'll talk about Moon Knight and Superman and Lois. And right now we're just talking about Joker. With that, Sean and I already discussed this privately with that garbage Joker scene from the Batman, which I just thought was awful. Anyways, okay. So let's we could do a non-spoiler review of Morbius if people don't want spoilers. There's nothing to spoil. Everything that you think happens. So it's, I'll just tell you, Andrew, you suck. It's always like I'm getting off.
Oh man.
So, okay, you know what's really funny about Morbius? Okay, so everyone is saying Morbius is a big piece of trash and whatever. Firstly, they're insane. It's like, it is not, they're insane. This was almost the best Morbius that you could have kind of gotten. Like, I lowered my point by 1 point. I lowered my score by 1 point. So I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Steve, what did you give it out of 10 using space without going
6.5?
6.5. So I was at 6 and I moved to 5, but Steve, you might be able to convince me back to 6. The story is the story. Look, it's on the boat, man. Like, he's on the boat. He turns to Morbius on the boat and kills the guys on the boat. And I'm like, well, shit, I think that's the comics, right? Is that the comics, Sean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because have you read past Morbius in your readings? You must have.
I read his origin story. It was one of those giant-sized.
Yeah, it's like issue 100 or something, or 101 or 102, or it's one of these ones. Oh, it must be 100. Yeah. Must have been 100. Is it 100?
Yeah, it's one of the giant-sized ones. I can't remember which one. It was like giant-sized. It wasn't Spider-Man for some reason. I don't think it was Spider-Man. It was a giant-size. I have it on my iPad. I could tell you if I looked at that, but actually, let me look it up while we're talking. I read his origin. Like, it was on the boat. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Morbius comic origin.
That's cool, Zach.
Oh, it is. They say it's the Amazing Spider-Man 101.
So yeah, see, it's one of those
It's a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, let me try some of my other. Is this any better?
What?
Is this a better?
Your audio?
Yeah.
Well, say something.
I'm talking, but you can't hear me.
It's the same. It's okay. I had trouble hearing you, but like I can hear you. It's just all blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why. Like, I'm on the phone.
it's a little bit of the vault effect where it's like you're in a high ceiling room and like the sound is bouncing off the walls or something funny.
I
Yeah.
don't understand why it's like this, like with this crap. I'll try one more setting and
Your
then we'll,
apartment flooded, and then
yeah, audio. Okay, so audio speaker, echo cancellation. That's on.
Yeah.
Let me try this one. How's that? Is that any better?
It's the same.
The same?
It's fine.
All right.
I'm like, I can understand you. I don't have any problem understanding you.
Okay, let me take echo cancellation. Is that any better? Did that help anything?
No.
No? I don't get it. I don't understand why. Yeah, Andrew, I'll get everyone to come on. Okay, so no, we're gonna get to that in a second. So Morbius, I originally gave Morbius a 6 out of 10. Then I moved down to 5, but I might go back up to 6 because Steve, you're at 6.5. Can we meet at 6? Can both of us meet at 6 and go up and down one? Does that sound fair, or are you stuck with 6.5?
I mean, I got a pretty good reason why I'm at 6 and what actually let me think. No, I'm pretty comfortable with 6.5.
All right, so I gave the story a 1.
Yeah.
Look, it's Morbius. He's on the boat. He cures. It's literally Morbius. He cures himself from that weird affliction that he has.
Yeah.
But then that makes him a vampire. But he does it, and he's got all this, and it's a super powered vampire. It's like he can fly and all that.
Yeah.
Shit. And he kills all the guys in the boat, and like that's literally those comics. And then he escapes or whatever, and then they're just after him. And then Matt Smith wants the cure, so then he becomes a villain, and they're like, okay, there you go, and it's the two of them fighting each other, and there's a lot of fights. Like, I don't understand what people are saying. This is so garbage. Like,
who's Matt Smith in this?
I don't know this character. I brought my I only have like 6 comics that have Morbius in them, and it's the Rise of the Midnight Suns. I can show them on screen. That's the only Morbius I know. I've read 0 Morbius comics. I only know the Bolt thing because I was researching prior to this movie to see, you know, what's the thing with Morbius, right?
Yeah.
And that's all, and that's only because I know, because I watched a YouTube video saying Morbius appeared in issue 100 or what. Like, I don't memorize these numbers. It's like, you know, and then he fought in the boat, and I'm like, well, this is like literally in the movie. And when Steve and I are watching, I'm like, this movie's fine. Like, why is everyone getting all pissed off over it? It's fine. There's nothing. It's not great. It's not 10 out of 10.
Well, that's the problem, right? It's just fine, right?
It's fine. It's like you're watching, you're like, I'm gonna buy it. I'm like, okay. You know, they fought. I don't understand. They turn into vampires. They beat the crap out of me. There's a lot of fighting. They fight in a lot of different locations. Like, they kick the shit out of each other, and then they kick the shit out of each other in that subway station. They kick the shit out of each other on that rooftop. I'm like, and he's got like this purple coat. So when he flies around, it's all purpley. It's not red, but it's purpley.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that looks cool. And he's got the superpowers. He flies. He freaking flies and fights guys. I don't get it. Anyways, okay, so I gave it a 1. Steve, are you good? Are you?
I gave it a 1.
The pacing, I mean, I think I just gave it a 1. Well, at the time I gave it 1.5, and this is how I got to 6. Because, I mean, it's fine. Like, it wasn't long. It told you. I think people now want longer movies for some reason, because they're like, well, we need to get more into the characters. There's no characters. He wants to cure himself. They literally show you one scene where it's like, it sucks to have this condition. Got it. Check. Next scene, Matt Smith's character comes in and he's like really lonely, and he gets beat up by bullies and stuff, and like, check. Right? He doesn't like people. He's pissed off. Check. And it's like, they're like, we need to develop this cure. Check. And then it's like Morbius grows up to be the scientist. Check. It's literally like there's one scene like they're giving him an award. You're a great scientist, Dr. Morbius. Thank you. Check. It's like, that's perfect. I don't need it to be 1 hour of him discovering this alternate blood source or whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, it's like they immediately just say, oh, he invented some sort of synthetic blood or whatever. I'm like, perfect, check. Like, it moves fast. What do you think, Steve?
It's a 2.
Yeah,
it's perfectly paced. This is paced like a 90s movie, which is why no one likes it. But this is why I like it, because it's under 2 hours for an origin story that's unheard of. And what part of this movie would you cut? Like, I could sit there and give you reams of stuff that I would cut out of a lot of modern movies, but this one I couldn't. I was thinking back, I'm like, what would I cut? I can't cut anything because it's all essential.
The reason why I gave it 1.5 is because I would actually add a few minutes, because there's a couple of segments where I was a little bit like, whoa, how did we get to here?
Mm-hmm.
So for this pacing, I'm saying it needed to be a little longer. I think it needed to be it was 1 hour and 45 minutes, 46 minutes. I think it needed to be 2 hours. Only because there's sections where I'm like, wait, where are they now and why are they here? Like, and I feel that something was cut to explain how they got from A to B. So something was weird. So I'm like, I think it actually could have been maybe 5 minutes longer just to connect. Just a couple of points. If I watch it again, I'll tell you. I'm like, yeah, why are they here right now? Like, but otherwise, yeah. So I gave it a 1.5 for pacing. Artistry, I gave it 1 because again, there's a lot of darkness in it. It's Morbius. It is supposed to be dark, but it's that muffle. Like Steve and I talked about this coming out of the theater. It wasn't as bad as like Batman or Conan or 47 Ronin or Alien versus Predator Requiem, where like you look like AVPR was a dark screen. Like you just couldn't see the movie. But there's some darkness in it. But Morbius looks wicked. Like it's Morbius. Like he looks like him. And when he had the purple cloak, that was sick. Like him going around with the purple on, it was all. And Matt Smith, man, Matt Smith's face looked really good as a vampire face.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he looked good. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, one, the face doesn't have it good. The darkness was, I was just disappointed with how he moved the camera sometimes. He tried to use it like this frenetic pace and making it really fast and then, pausing for a second to get an AP in an action pose. It was fine, but it didn't make up for the fact I couldn't see for 30 seconds. It's disappointing because honestly, that is my only real detraction to this movie. Really, is they didn't shoot the action that well. That's it.
Yeah, so I was okay. It was dark, but I wasn't as like I saw everything pretty good. I don't think it was nearly as bad as some of the other examples.
I mean, it's in the dark, and I expect it to be in the dark a lot because he is a vampire character. But like, it's just I've seen better skill with more challenging conditions.
Right.
That's the thing. Like,
yeah.
It's still a visual medium. If I can't see, I'm going to complain. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so for the characters, I gave it a 1, just because I thought everybody was good. Like, I liked all the characters, but I wasn't like, like, I wasn't like, yeah, I'm super with Morbius on this one, or yeah, I'm super with Matt Smith on this one. Like, I liked the Doctor Woman. I liked Morbius. I liked everybody, the cops and all that. There's like kind of like a silly cop, but he's not too bad. It's not like he's like being a goof the whole movie. So I liked all the characters, but I didn't love anybody. But I didn't hate anybody. I thought Jared Leto was good. Like I liked everybody, so I gave it a 1 for that. So Steve, what did you give it?
I gave it 1.5. I feel like most of the characters were fine, but I feel like Jared Leto and Matt Smith went a little bit above and beyond. Like they really seemed to, especially Matt Smith, he really got into that character, and he was really reveling in it when he became the villain, and he was really enjoying it. You could feel that he didn't phone it in, which is what I expected all the performances to be. And Jared Leto was really invested. Like I think he's like, look, I'm the lead. He was really invested in that character, and sort of like the tortured genius becomes this killer. And you could see like Jared Leto's a good actor. You could see he was holding back a lot of the time, and he wanted to go one way, but then he goes another way. Like I thought that they did a really good job, and I feel that warranted the extra 0.5.
Yeah, no, it is good. I think I will go back up to 6 because I do it. Like there was some, they were good. I think they did good, but I just wasn't like I didn't go out and buy the Morbius T-shirt or anything.
Right.
No.
So that's fair.
That's sort of how but I didn't go out and say, "Oh, Morbius is trash," and I'm done with this character.
Right.
Like I looked at the Morbius T-shirt and I thought, "Oh, that might be cool." So that's a 1.
Yeah.
If I buy the shirt immediately, then then you're like, okay, that's it. This guy's And then for the enjoyment, I gave it 1 and let's say 1.5 or whatever. So then that would make me 6? Yeah, that's basically it's like 5 for 1 on of everything. I gave an extra point. I'll give an extra point for the pacing, and I'll give an extra point extra 0.5 for pacing, extra 0.5 for the enjoyment. So then your enjoyment was 1.5.
Yeah, mind you. Well, I'm raising to 1.5. It was originally 1, but it's 1.5. This is a movie that doesn't preach to you. It doesn't talk down to you. It's not especially like groundbreaking or revolutionary, but they made a Morbius movie. What do you want? Right? Who would have thought we would get a Morbius movie? Raise your hands. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the thing is that this movie was fine. It wasn't offensive. It didn't preach. It didn't need to be 3 hours long. It gave you a story that hit all the notes you were looking for. There's no surprises except for the end.
The ending was awesome.
Possibly. But it was a good time at the cinema. Remember when that used to happen, where we didn't have this, taking teeth out in order to get through the frigging movie. Like, it was just a fun, breezy movie. It felt very 90s. And I like 90s. So for me, I'm like, this is great. I just wish I could see the action more. That's it.
So, Josh, hey, thanks for popping in. There's no spoilers.
No.
Like, he's Morbius is sick. Him and Matt Smith are sick. They have that whatever disease it is. I don't remember the name. They talk about it and everything. There's no cure for it. Dr. Morbius creates this synthetic blood, but it's not good. It's good enough to get them by, but it's not really good enough to solve anything. He wants a permanent cure. He starts experimenting. He finds vampire bats. He experiments with them. He goes on the boat, takes the serum, becomes Morbius, the vampire, and he has to drink the blood, and he kills all the guys. Matt Smith gets it, and now Matt Smith is willing to kill people to drain blood because he wants to. He's powerful now because he was weak his whole life. He got beat up when he was a kid. He's never really had a girlfriend or anything, right? So it's like he's had even though he's done very well for himself because he's like a rich kid or whatever, but he's never had any sort of any sort of life. So now that he's got this vampirism or whatever, he's like, yeah, I want to live my life and everything. And Morbius is like, well, we can't kill people. So and they fight. Morbius defeats the bad guy. It's what happened, right? That's it. There's no spoilers. It's like Morbius kicks the shit out of him, and Matt Smith have 2 big fights. He beats him. The movie's over. The end credit sequence is, everyone knows the end credit sequence. It's Vulture. So there's nothing to spoil. We're sitting there. I'm like, how's this movie over? Like, where's Vulture? I'm like, is he literally the end credits? Yeah, the end credits is Vulture. Everybody on Earth knows that but Vulture, when he's in the full costume with the wings, man, it is awesome. Like, because he's flying in, you're like, yeah. And I just bought a cool Vulture toy. But everyone knows Vulture's my favorite Marvel villain. So if you don't, Vulture's my favorite Marvel villain. And I was wearing my Vulture hoodie yesterday, and I just bought a new Vulture toy today from Walmart, a new one that came out to coincide with No Way Home, which I don't know why that, like, he wasn't even in that. Anyways, when he swoops in, it's awesome. He lands, and it's like, Morbius, it's like, we should team up. I'm like, oh, this is like so good. Right? Like, and then that's it. I'm like, okay. And people are like,
that's super no reason too, because like they I don't know. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. I'm fine with it because I remember continuity not making sense in movies, but
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
nowadays things are more tight. So people are like, well, if Venom had to go in and out of the Marvel universe through some sort of dumb, stupid portal thing or something like that, why doesn't Vulture have to do that too?
He does.
In the thing?
In this movie, he does, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he goes through a thing and goes, I'm in this other place now.
That's exactly what happens. That is exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see this now.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like, oh, I'm in another freaking thing.
So he's in jail or whatever, and then the portal thing opens up, and then he teleports into another jail. So it's like he's in the altar, and he's like, wait, why am I in this?
He's like, well, I hope this one is better than the last one, basically.
It's so funny. His first line is like, I hope this has better food than the last one, or something like that. and so then they release him because they're like, who is this random guy that's just appeared here? And then he goes and gets his big equipment, and he flies in. He's like, hey, let's team up. I'm like, this is awesome. Whatever. Who cares? Look, it's Vulture. So I don't care. I'm a Vulture guy. I don't care. I love Michael Keaton. He's great as Batman, and now he's the Vulture. This is just perfect. I love the Vulture. Vulture is clearly the best thing going in this Sony universe of Spider-Man. It's very obvious that he's obviously the best. and he looks cool, and he flies down. And he's like, "We have to team up." I'm like, "You do have to team up. This sounds like a good thing to me." So yeah, it's like I still have that. Hold on, let's show it for cool. I'm pretty sure I still have that. Hold on.
They have to stay their hand like, oh.
So it's fun. Everyone's like, "Oh, worst end credit scene ever." Why? Because Vulture looks awesome. Like, is that the worst end credit? Like, the worst end credit scene is in a lot of movies, not in this one. What? It didn't. Why didn't it make sense? Let me know. I'm gonna put a link up in a minute. Once we talk about Moon Knight, then I'll put a link in the chat. Let me know why it didn't make sense. I don't know. People are saying it doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense? It's like it's like more. Okay. Like, where is Morbius? Is Morbius in Tom Holland's universe?
He's in the Sony universe.
Or he's in the Sony universe.
Yeah.
And Vulture is in the Sony universe.
He's in the Marvel universe.
He's in. So what's the Sony universe?
Is Morbius and Venom.
And who else?
So Vulture goes from the Marvel universe into the Sonyverse.
Right.
And says, "Let's team up." He's like, "Do the thing."
So who's the Spider-Man in the Sony universe?
Huh?
Who's the Spider-Man in the Sony universe?
There is no Spider-Man that we know of in the Sonyverse. Although they show murals of the Tom Holland Spider-Man in, I think it's Venom 2. Someone draws like a big... none of it makes sense. It's only Sony trying to hitch a ride on the Marvel train.
Yeah, none of it makes sense.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Look,
it should have been they're all in the same thing, you know?
Yeah, look. Okay, guys. None of it makes any sense. So, let's take into account that nothing makes sense. Perfect. Now I'm going with what's cool. And Vulture looks cool, and he teams up with what's his face. That's cool enough for me. I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense anyways.
In the old 70s comics, when they did the Superman Spider-Man team-ups, they didn't deal with this universe bullcrap. It's just that, like, Superman is around in the same universe as Spider-Man that you just never talked about before. So like,
Right.
they fly from Metropolis to New York to do like a some sort of a news story, and Clark Kent meets Peter Parker. It's done. They didn't do anything. You know, it's like when they meet again, and Doctor Doom is like is in that universe. Superman knows all about Latveria and everything. It's done. They didn't do a whole universe thing like where they cross over.
Yeah, so no, but Josh...
Like, I'm used to that, right?
No, so Josh, at the end, they're saying that he didn't go back home. He went... Vulture didn't stay. He got teleported. It does make sense if you're looking at it that way. Because Vulture doesn't know who Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Now. He doesn't know that now. But he still doesn't like Spider-Man because Spider-Man put him in jail. So he didn't forget... He remembers that Spider-Man put him in jail, but not that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And instead of going back home, he went to the wrong universe. That's what happens then. Okay, so hold on a second. So why would Vulture be transferred from his suit to the Sonyverse? Yeah, no, I don't know. This is what I'm saying. There's no explanation for anything. Nothing makes sense. It's like if people coming from No Way Home know Spider-Man's identity, why didn't more people come in? Or why did only some people come in? Where's this Craven person? Is Craven in the Sony, villain verse or whatever?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, it doesn't make sense anyways. I think the thing is that, like, I don't care if these little plot things make real sense, in the sense that it doesn't make sense anyways. Endgame doesn't make sense. The time travel is messed up. Like, I'm used to things just not making sense, and I don't care.
I think the problem too is if they're going to do a new Spider-Man trilogy, which they want to do in the Marvel universe, they're sort of taking all of his classic villains and putting them in this other Sony-verse. So it's like, unless they want to say, you know what, we'll do a new Venom or a new, like a Marvel whatever, right?
Look, I gotta be honest with you guys. Look, we're in our mid-40s.
Yeah.
I don't care about keeping track.
I don't either. Like, that's the thing.
I.
We're getting older, and I used to care about this all the time, but now I'm like, I don't give a shit. And like when people point out like, oh, these contradictions in the MCU, it's like, really? That's because you have no life more than me and all this shit, and you're going through all this meticulously, and you're like, well, this guy said this and blah. Who gives a flying shit? It doesn't matter anymore. What do you want to see these guys team up? Then shut up about continuity. You're never gonna make it happen. It's like
It's not gonna happen.
I remember when I wanted more Hawkman, and a mutual friend of ours was like, "Well, they can't do it because you see they killed him in this thing, and they did this and that, and then he can't come back." And I'm like, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's comic books. Bring him back. Like what the hell?" And you're shooting yourself in the foot, you know. So and
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah, I don't care. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. So therefore, I don't care.
doesn't make any
So
sense.
it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So I just want to see cool guys teaming up with other cool characters. I don't care what the reason.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's like
Yeah.
some spell. Okay, there's a spell. Now all the Spider-Mans are together. Perfect. And I was on Nerdman's stream.
Yeah.
I was on Nerdman's stream, and we were literally discussing like the scientific versus the magical relevance of like how this would work. I'm like, is this really happening right now?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's like there's a thing that happens, and now the Spider-Man are together. Cool.
Yeah,
I'm cool
guys.
with that.
And, very important point. We're not making a documentary here.
Right.
We're making a freaking superhero movie.
Right,
It's like,
nothing
and
makes
yes,
sense.
it doesn't have to be dumb as rocks like Batman and Robin or something.
Right.
But like, it just has to be plausible. And that's all. People have forgotten what plausibility and possibility are. It's like plausibility is like, you know, stupid shit that like is made real in the world that you're watching, and you accept it, so it's
Right.
fine.
Suspension of disbelief.
Right.
Okay, I put a link in the chat if anyone wants to. We can talk about Morbius, and we'll talk about Moon Knight while we're waiting for people to hop on and argue with us.
Moon Knight? What's that?
Yeah. Okay, so we all watched Moon Knight episode 1.
Yep.
What did we all think of Moon Knight episode 1? So I know. Okay, I took out my Moon Knight comics. I actually don't have the old Moon Knight comics anymore.
Oh no,
I only have a
the
couple
80s
of
ones.
issues. So I'm just gonna go. Oh, Arkham's already in. Arkham, I'm gonna bring you in. Just hang backstage for 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab the entire collection of Moon Knight comics that I have, just so you guys see where I'm coming from. Okay. So give me 1 second.
Dun, dun.
I don't know. I'm trying to sing
You
the
just gave the most
Stage
impassioned plea for something that you have not actually seen.
What? Which
Well,
one?
you're like, I don't care why. It's just a cool team up. Blah blah blah. I'm
I
like,
don't give a shit.
yeah.
I don't care anymore, man. Whatever.
No, neither do I.
Unless it's DC, then I like to
Okay.
bitch about it.
This is the entire collection of Moon Knight comics. Let's take a look here. Moon Knight number 1, which just
Moon
came out.
Knight. All the shitty new ones.
This is Moon Knight Saga number 1. Yeah, and then
Where's
I
your
got.
splats, man?
I don't have any splats.
What?
No,
I
don't
thought
have
you
any
did.
splats. No, I don't have any. Hey,
Oh.
Arkham.
I should
I've
have brought
got
my splats
Vengeance,
out, man.
Vengeance of Moon Knight number 1,
That's cool.
number 2,
He's pissed off.
number 3,
Oh.
number 4. Wow, number 4. I went pretty far on that.
Did you read them though?
Probably not. I got. I can't even read this. font.
That's why I don't buy Marvel comics, is because I won't read them.
I got Moon Knight number. This is High
That's cool.
Strangers number 1.
That's 90s.
Oh, number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, number 3 and number 4. I got the whole series of that one. That's it. You have now seen my entire Moon Knight collection.
It's not a
Which
lot.
is still more than mine.
Yeah, so I think I have. Yeah, I have less than that. I have maybe 4 or 5 of those.
I have 0.
I have
Yeah,
0.
so
I have 2 spots. but
you
yeah.
have 0. Okay.
I know there's a character named Moon Knight, and he's a Marvel character.
Yeah, that's all I know. And
That's all I know. Like,
Rest I don't.
Marvel Strike Force has taught me more about Moon Knight than anything.
Yeah, he's well now he's an interesting character in the video game. Yeah. Well, he looks cool. I
Yeah.
mean, like let's face the facts. Moon Knight looks really cool. He's the anti-Batman. Instead of being
Yeah.
black and gray or blue and gray, he's just.
He is pretty
he's
cool.
white.
Like, I
he
didn't mind.
looks cool.
I didn't mind the first episode. I just don't understand why people are calling it the amazing first episode. It's not amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be like throwing the A word out there. Steve, what did you think of Moon Knight episode 1?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it was literally what you called it was going to be, which is him going crazy, and then he's Moon Knight. You see Moon Knight at the end. but I enjoyed just the
Yeah,
the
it's an
stuff that
episode
was
one.
going on. I like the thing where he's hitting the guy in the face with the cupcake. It's ridiculous. I don't care. It was pretty funny. I think Oscar Isaac's just a very good actor, and he's getting a lot of reign to play. I like Ethan Hawke as the villain. I like the scale thing. It's sort of like judging. It was fine.
I
I mean,
like him coming in and
amazing.
out.
Hmm?
Him coming in and out was kind of.
I like how the suit of Moon Knight formed or something like that. It's like,
Oh yeah. Like
And-
it's like it wraps around or whatever.
yeah.
And J-Man and Sean will be the only two people on planet Earth who know where I'm coming from. But F. Murray Abraham is the voice.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it, man. This
That's
is awesome.
So I just
Um,
watched Scarface again for the 100th time the other day, and I'm like, F. Murray Abraham.
Bucks.
He's
Yeah.
Omar. You want me to believe Omar was a stoolie because so. And then they throw him out the helicopter and hang him. That was
Oh,
awesome.
my
Salute,
God.
man.
Yeah.
Scarface
So-
is great.
Yeah, it was my dad showed it to me. Like he's
What,
like,
Scarface?
we have to sit down and watch this. I'm like, you
Wait,
never
Scarface?
tell me this nowadays. So
I
I'm watching
Wait, Steve, sorry. Your dad showed you Scarface?
no, Moon
Oh my
Knight.
god, I was gonna say that's like the worst parenting ever.
No,
I
you
saw
showed
it
me
when I was
Scarface.
small, too.
Oh, okay. Well, when I show you Scarface, it's the best thing that I could do for you. If your dad is showing you Scarface when you're a kid, that's bad parenting. Anyways, okay, okay, so I showed you. Yeah, okay, so sorry, go on with.
Yeah, so he's like,
Moon
you got.
Knight.
Have you seen? He's like, I watched Moon Knight. I'm like, well, what'd you think? He's like, it's crazy. You have to watch it. I'm like, okay. So I sat down and I watched it with him. He watched it twice, and I'm like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's
He's
it's
cool.
fine. Like
Yeah.
I know jack about this character. So if it's like close, I have zero idea. It was fun. That's it.
It's an amalgamation of all these different movies.
Yeah.
Well, Sean's already
But
nodded.
the
Yeah,
comics
go
did
ahead,
that
Sean.
anyways, right? Like they had different guys be Moon Knight, and then at one point they said, you know what, all these guys are the same guy, like
Right.
whatever. So they're doing that here. They're gonna have Mr. Knight, because I only know that because they had a
They're gonna have a yeah. They showed him
thing
with
with his suit.
with the suit and everything. Yeah. They
yeah,
showed
and
it.
that's from the comics as well.
Yeah.
But I thought it was enjoyable too. It's very stylish, very big budget looking at times. Yeah, I figure it's like episode 1. Like I'm not gonna fault it for like, showing Moon Knight at the very end. It's like that's a typical first episode thing. It's like, oh my god, let's see more of this in the next one, right? So, Oscar Isaac was chosen for this so he could play different guys because he's a great actor.
So
I don't know
there's-
who the villain is. I don't know
Is it
what
going to be
that
this
is.
guy? So there's this guy.
Who's that?
Oh,
Yeah, it's Mr. Knight, right?
No, this is like a different because Mr. Knight is Moon Knight.
Yeah,
This is not Mr. Knight. This is a different. This is like an anti-Moon Knight. So it's like
okay, yeah.
so he's all black and he's a full moon instead of like the crescent moon or whatever.
They won't do the little girl person.
Hello.
Hello.
So this villain just appeared. So this is issue 1 of the current Moon Knight.
Oh yeah.
Are you
Who was
talking about
the-
Moon Knight? Alright.
Who's the
Yeah.
guy with the staff and stuff like that? They never.
I don't know who that is.
Hey,
Do you know who that
It's
is?
the
Sean?
god that Mark Spector is the agent of.
Khonshu?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Ethan Hawke is Khonshu?
no.
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 He's
Who are you
asking
talking
about
about?
the
I
guy
thought you
with
meant
the
like the guy.
That the guy with the staff that showed like purple, like they put like this. It was in the first episode where he had this staff thing and put it on the
You're
ground.
talking about the monster? Or
Yeah, the
or
monster.
You're talking about Ethan Hawke?
No.
I think it was Ethan Hawke.
No, so I don't know who
what?
that character is.
No, Ethan Hawke doesn't have a staff. So are you talking about the guy who's
He has a
behind
cane.
Steven? What's his name?
The big monster, that's Khonshu. He's the god
Khonshu,
of
yeah.
night or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that big god, that's the god that gives Moon Knight his powers.
His
It's
power,
like
yeah.
Animal Man or Swamp. Like Animal Man is an avatar of the red. Swamp Thing is an avatar of the green. Moon Knight is an avatar of the night. So Khonshu is the god of the night or whatever in Egyptian mythology. So that's that character. I'm talking about Ethan Hawke, who's the guy who can judge you whether you're good or bad. he's the avatar of that other thing they mentioned, which I don't know.
No.
Which is really a fail. I actually took Egyptology.
Yeah.
And I did.
It's the real
I
gods,
scored
yeah.
high in Egyptology.
Because he was like, there's 9 of them. It's like there are 9 of them. So yeah.
I know there are 9. Yeah.
On the thing, yeah.
But no, that guy I do not know who that is. So you can see here. I can show you like sort of like what you think. This is sort of like the god in the comics, most recent ones. Right?
Okay.
Hey, J-Man, let me ask. The actual Moon Knight costume is accurate?
I mean, I guess I never really thought of it as bandage wraps though.
Well, that's the thing. It's cool, but they added the bandage wrap thing for more detail rather than just making it look like drapes and cloth. Right.
I kind of like that idea.
It looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I never envisioned that. Here's Mr. Knight. So this has not appeared yet, but this is going to appear.
And this is going to be up here.
Oh, the guy in the suit and everything with that?
Yeah, so that's the same person.
I think they showed like a first-person look of Mr. Knight. Marvel did.
Yeah, they may have. So the problem, okay, look, here's the problem with Moon Knight in comics. You look at this cover, and it looks pretty sick, right?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
And then you read it, and it's awesome. He's fighting guys and all that. But then he goes to being Mr. Knight, right? And it's like, it's just him. And you're like, is he crazy? Is he a split personality? I'm like, go back to the first half of this comic where he was kicking the shit out of people. Like, look at this page. Okay, first of all, he's fighting all these creatures. I'll make myself full screen on it. Right, like he's fighting guys. He looks like not Orphan Maker. Oh no, Orphan Maker. Orphan Maker is like kind of loosely looks like this, right? It's like,
so
this is
like
awesome.
So like Moon Knight has like multiple people in his head or something like that.
Right. But
yeah, he's got
this is cool.
dissociative identity disorder.
Okay, because like not when I watched the first episode, you had one person, then you saw another person take over as Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So Marc Spector is Moon Knight to Sean and I.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
He had the moon copter and he had the moonmobile and he's basically Batman back then.
Well, what do they call those moon things? Basically, like batarangs, moonerangs.
I don't know what I can't.
Moonerangs or something like that.
Moonerangs.
So and I learned this. I'm sure Sean, you heard Rob's observations.
Oh no, I didn't hear it yet.
So he went through the Moon Knight origins. Moon Knight appeared in Werewolf by Night, right?
Yeah.
So Moon Knight was literally created as a character to fight the werewolf.
Yeah.
So look at what he's got. He fights in the moon. He's using moon kind of weapons, right? He's got silver and all that, like their silver thing. He's literally designed to fight
an avatar of the moon. Yeah.
Avatar of the Moon, which coincides with the Wolfman, like werewolves.
Yeah.
So he was literally designed for that. And then now I never read Werewolf by Night.
I did.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is awesome if you have, because that was a neat, like to me that was like a non-superhero comic, so I never really read that. My Moon Knight is the West Coast Avengers Moon Knight, where him and Hank Pym joined the West Coast Avengers. I don't know what issue it is, but that's where I literally started. I started West Coast with that, and Moon Knight was the goddamn best. You know how many times I drew Moon Knight? I drew Moon Knight so many. Moon Knight, Batman, what's his face? Wolverine are like my most drawn characters, and my most drawn symbols is the Superman logo and the Punisher logo. But I've got so many Moon Knight pictures. I should go and find. Maybe I'll try to find them for next week's stream.
I mostly draw Batman.
We figured that one, Arkham.
But Moon Knight was developed more in the Incredible Hulk magazine, which we've seen them around in the comic shows, but they're the magazine format looking things.
Yeah.
And there were backup stories in that. That's where he was more Batmaned up. And then the Moon Knight I remember is from the 80s where he didn't really have powers, really. I think he got stronger with the moon. But he teamed up with Punisher for Atlantis attacks and all that stuff, right? So, yeah.
Right. So that's Moon Knight to me. This idea that it's not Marc Spector. So Marc Spector is like a mercenary.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like some CIA guy or some kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he's sent on some mission in Egypt. He gets gunned down or whatever.
Mhm.
And then the avatar of the moon, Khonshu, the god or whatever, is there, and he's like, "Oh, Mark Spector, you will be
And saves him.
you will be
Yeah.
my avatar, and you will do vengeance and whatever shit, right?" So he brings him back to life, and I think he had a little bit of extra strength and a little bit extra speed or something, but I never thought of him. I literally thought he was the anti-Batman. Batman is blue and gray. Moon Knight is just all white, so he's like, more like the moon. I never thought of it as bandages coming around or whatever. I never saw any of that. I literally thought he was a guy that had, like, he had gold. Like, I remember he had gold gauntlets for a while and a gold utility belt sort of a thing. And that was Moon Knight. And then they said, "Oh, no, that's not Moon Knight. Now it's this other person." And then I'm like, "Okay, what is..." And now I checked out.
Well,
That was like,
the guy with the British accent in this thing is a billionaire in the comics. It's like a
Yeah.
completely different version of that guy.
I like the
Anyway.
idea in the show where every time I think he goes sleep, he shows up in a different place. Like,
Yeah.
I think he showed up into a desert or something like that.
Mhm.
It's like he's trying, like they're trying to, like him to become Moon Knight or something like that, or have his different personality, like Mark, to go be Moon Knight.
Now, I don't think it's teleporting either. I think Mark wakes up, undoes his stuff, and then because it's like 3 days past, so he would go to like another country and back.
So you think he walked all the way
Oh,
there?
no, he got it.
He got on a plane and he flew. Yeah.
So yeah, Mark is like a James Bond person. So
Yeah.
think of Mark's personality as James Bond. He's kick-ass. He knows how to drive. He can shoot. He can do martial arts. He can fight. And so when he goes on missions or whatever, he goes and does stuff like that. And then when he's is it Steven? What's the other?
Steven, I think.
Yeah, so Steven's the nerdy guy.
The nerdy guy.
And he turns back to Steven, and it's like, and then Steven's like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on."
Yeah.
And then he'll be Mr. Knight as well, where he's just got like the one mask and a white suit.
Yeah.
And he's like I don't know what Mr. Knight is. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. And I think it's because I don't care. I don't think
Mr.
it's
Fixed It? I don't know.
So I have a question. So Mark is Moon Knight. Who's Steven? Like, is
No, they're all Moon Knight.
They're
so
all
the
Moon Knight.
all Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, but Mark is the one. Okay, as far as I know, Mark is the chosen one of Khonshu to be Moon Knight. But Mark has different personalities. So Khonshu should have said, let me read this. Let me see this guy before. Maybe test this guy out before I make him my avatar. But this is what I'm saying. It's weird to me. I don't know. We have to see what this guy. Like, I don't care at this point. Moon Knight looks cool. If he's in it a lot and fighting guys, I'll just say it's cool for that.
I just hope the series is good, because I'm not a fan of the 6-episode thing with Disney Plus. Like, all know my situation is like, I don't have a problem with 6 episodes, but if you're trying to flesh out the characters, it should be like at least probably 7 or 8, to be honest.
Yeah, we have to see what they do. I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of
Because the thing is sometimes they go too long. They did 10 episodes or 8 episodes, and it's like it's just a stretch. Like
Yeah,
a 6
Hawkeye
might be
got a bit
perfect.
weak.
So
And then they sometimes have it too short, where it's 6 episodes.
It's not good. It all goes by how you write it. Because
Yeah.
because I would say, like, Falcon Winter Soldier was so high. Like, episode 1, guys, Falcon, I was like, whoa, man, this is kick ass. Episode 2 was like, yeah, hell yes. And then I was like, and then it just died a hellish death. It was just so
Yeah, Marvel has to have a good track record with their TV shows.
well, Hawkeye was like that too.
Hawkeye
And-
started out
and-
really
It's
good
like
with Hawkeye.
Horseman. Oh my God, this is gonna be awesome, and he doesn't do anything at all.
And with the Hawkeye, like, oh my God, we're bringing in the
People
Kingpin
act
for the
like,
Netflix series.
people act like What If is amazing. It's not.
It's awful.
No.
It's terrible.
Like
Which
people make the argument that What If is better than the DC animated show.
Whoa.
No way.
No.
It's,
And here's
it's,
another
it's
thing,
irritating to me that, like, the Doctor Strange What If character is going to be in this movie. That
Yeah, I don't
irritates me.
even.
Yeah, that's
I'm with
awful.
Steve on this one. I don't even like that idea. I don't like that evil Doctor Strange. He sucks.
Well, I mean, with Benedict Cumberbatch voicing him, it's awesome.
Look, Benedict Cumberbatch is awesome, so maybe it'll be awesome. And it's Sam Raimi, who we know is the best.
Like I think
Yeah.
the movie's probably gonna be good, better than the freaking What If.
I mean, we already
sure.
got confirmation that Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier again.
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm looking forward to background characters running towards the camera.
You know, I love Sam Raimi. He can pretty much do no wrong.
He rocked it with Spider-Man.
Obviously. And I mean, I don't know. I was like, because did you guys see Red Letter Media posted their Darkman review? And,
No,
they
I
talked
want to
about-
watch that. Yeah,
and
I
they
dug
talked
out my
about-
Darkman comics to read them.
Oh wow! So I mean, I watched Darkman 400 times.
Yeah.
Like we literally did the pink elephant thing. Like anytime one of us got upset, I'm like, I want the pink elephant. We're like, okay, he's upset.
Yeah.
Right?
And go,
Yeah.
Oh, and also, when you brought up the Hawkeye thing earlier, in my opinion, I felt like they did Vincent D'Onofrio dirty.
I don't think they did him too dirty.
Yeah.
He beat the crap out of her pretty good, so it wasn't that bad. I thought she would just kick the crap out of her. She won kind of just by
I
mean,
just-
heck, No Way Home did Charlie Cox good.
I feel like the finale wasn't very good with Hawkeye. It just
No.
Yeah, I agree.
it wasn't.
It didn't feel good. Like I expected like some kind of big kind of finale that like something that was gonna do with Kingpin and stuff like that. And like I don't know, like
Yeah, it would have been cool.
I thought like Bishop and Hawkeye were going to go against Kingpin and like
It would have been cool if they
a bunch of goons and stuff like that. I thought that was gonna happen, but that was
Yeah, it would have been a cool way to tie it all together and say that Wilson Fisk was the man behind the Traxxer Mafia.
The problem with Disney Plus so far, and it's actually bled into the Boba Fett show, was they don't have any confidence in their characters. Like they introduce these characters, and then they're like halfway through, they're like, "Oh, this isn't working. Oh, we'll just bring in someone who people like Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin."
And for Boba
What?
Fett, we'll bring in
Boba
Mark
Fett was
Hamill's
the
Luke
worst.
Skywalker.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We'll bring in the Mandalorian because people like the Mandalorian. This isn't working.
And we'll bring in,
Like,
and also Steve, we'll bring in a CGI Mark Hamill Luke Skywalker.
there you go.
Yeah, that's not even him,
the
man.
Mandalorian's better than Boba Fett anyway.
Of course.
Boba Fett ruined Boba Fett because because the thing is like I had an option to
said
buy some
360
Boba
that.
Fett shirts that looked pretty awesome. I was like, you know what? No, because when I see Boba Fett, even the classic Boba Fett, I think of the new Book of Boba Fett version of him, and I don't like it.
Mm.
And
They
I
did ruin
and,
it.
Well, I
and now
still
I'm not
think the
buying
original
the
trilogy
merchandise.
Mandalorian.
So in your
did-
eyes, you would say that the show ruined Boba Fett for you?
Yes.
That's what Sean is saying.
I still think of him from the original trilogy.
Yeah, so I mean, I still love Boba Fett, but Din Djarin now has become the better character. I don't know what to say. This is crazy.
Well,
Hey,
it's
Mark,
Pedro
what's up?
Pascal.
Yeah. So it's just they lose.
Yeah, it could be.
I thought
look,
Morbius
Morbius.
had good moments. Heck, I
I
like
thought- I
Matt
thought it was
Smith
good.
as the villain.
Yeah.
It
Like
was awesome.
I would say the villain, what was the villain's name? I forgot.
Milo.
Yeah, Milo. Like his.
Well, his
like,
name is Lucien, but they kept
Lucien.
calling. Yeah, they kept calling him
And
Milo.
people didn't understand why he called him Milo. It's because he said
Everybody next to
everyone
him who
kept dying,
died.
so he's like, "You're Milo number 5. Like whatever, you're gonna die." Like,
Okay,
like
Steve,
I
hold on.
think the
Okay, Arkham, you go, then I'm going to go, and then we'll back to Steve.
I think the fight scenes and everything like that with Morbius and Milo were pretty cool.
For
I'm
sure.
not saying it's like the best movie ever, but I have to agree with like what Anthony said. The ending makes no sense.
Okay, we're
like-
gonna talk
Oh,
about
the
the sense.
post-credit scene?
I'm sorry, like No Way Home. After No Way Home, Doctor Strange made a new spell to erase Peter Parker, but that spell does not transport people to the Sony universe. That makes no sense.
Well, here's the thing,
Well, we
Arkham.
don't know
Basically,
when that guy
it
got
was just
transferred,
Sony's way
dude.
of cashing in on the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I guess, but it still
Yeah,
makes
no,
no sense.
but hold on. Okay, but you don't know when Vulture was teleported. He may have been
You
te-
saw
he-
the purple cracks. It was still
Yeah.
the spell.
No, guys. Okay, hold on. Look, Vulture could have teleported half an hour before No Way Home ended. like we don't know when that teleportation happened.
Well, here's the thing.
But hold on a
Tom
second, hold on,
Hardy's
because
Venom was
remember, he had
teleported
time.
during.
Hold on, he had time to go and get more equipment and get his wings and all that. So it's like it's not like he teleported and then got his equipment in the same day and then met Morbius in the same day. It's way later. We don't know when he got teleported.
And how would he teleport all the way to Sony Universe without?
I don't know. How did Tom Holland or how did Andrew Garfield come to Tom Holland? I don't know, because it's a movie. It doesn't make sense anyways. Nothing makes
this
sense.
multiverse stuff makes my head hurt.
Exactly. So don't think about it.
It's
Just be like, wow, it's
timey-wimey.
cool.
Oh,
It's
Doctor Who
timey-wimey.
reference.
Andrew, you know this reference. It's timey-wimey. Who knows? It just happened. All I
Like
care
the
about
difference
is
between the
three
multiverse
Spider-Mans were
with
together.
DC and Marvel, I would say the multiverse concept is more confusing with Marvel than DC.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, with DC, the
Because
multiverse, they just brought back actors just to send them off, like Tom would. Remember CW?
because with the multiverse with DC, you have a central character that goes through the multiverse and everything, like the Flash.
Flash.
The Flash is a central character through the multiverse and goes through time and everything like that. So it makes more sense with Marvel. You don't
it
have
doesn't make sense in DC either. Where's Brandon Routh right now, Superman?
No, I'm just talking about like the concept, like overall. Like I'm not talking about like movies or anything like that. I'm just saying.
Here, I'll tell you the difference though. The DC okay. I just came up with this now. This is genius. Okay. The Marvel multiverse exists to have cool characters meet up with other cool characters.
Yes.
The
like, hey, look,
multiverse,
3 Spider-Mans. Remember those 3
Listen,
Spider-Mans?
Well, let him finish. I can't hear him.
Hold on. The DC multiverse is set up to get rid of people. It's like, we have a multiverse. Oh, Henry Cavill's dead in this Flash universe. Oh, that's not exciting. It's like,
he got killed as a baby.
Like all they do, their multiverse is set up to get rid of characters as opposed to bring characters together. It's like now they're going to.
They killed off Kevin Conroy.
Bro, that's garbage. Is that not okay? Dude, Arkham, come on! You must have thought that was garbage in that CW. That was the one.
Kevin Conroy.
In Crisis.
Oh, Crisis. The Crisis.
There's at least 3 or 4 fails in that Crisis thing.
Yeah.
Tom Welling.
Fail number 1 is Kevin. He's like this evil guy now, and he's a douchebag, and it's like, what? No, that's awful.
Fail number 2 was Tom Welling. He just stripped his powers away.
That's fail number 2. Kevin Feige pay me. He didn't pay me anything.
Feige pay you? Oh my god.
Message to Kevin Feige: if you want to pay me, I will say every Marvel movie is the best.
Oh, come on.
Sell out.
How much do you think he'll pay you?
He won't pay me anything. I have like.
I don't know if he even watches this.
Nobody's watching this. It's like Marc is the only person watching. I need the Kevin Feige money. Pay me. I'll be the MC. I'll be the MC lapdog.
Mostly every MCU movie, despite its flaws, is a cinematic masterpiece.
Captain Marvel is a cinematic masterpiece.
Eternals is a cinematic masterpiece.
Eternals is my favorite movie ever made.
I can watch that anytime I want now, and I'm halfway through.
I can fall asleep to Eternals.
Oh, it's so bad. That's a bad movie.
Like,
I can see whenever I want. I haven't yet.
After I watched it the first time, I tried to watch it on Disney Plus. I can't. I'm only like a quarter in the movie, and I had to stop.
Wait, Marcus, what are you talking about? Steve and I liked it.
Yeah.
Marcus,
you don't pay attention.
Marcus, I didn't pay attention. We liked Morbius. I liked
it too.
Yeah, the first half an hour of the stream was how much we liked Morbius.
That reminds me. One MCU movie I think is underrated is The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton.
Of course, I agree with that. I like it. I don't care. It's the shit abomination, but the rest of it's.
We agree with your hot takes, Andrew.
Yeah, we agree with your hot takes.
Finally.
It's like Superman or Spider-Man 3 is good. Yeah. Guys. Hold on. This happened at work. And it was the biggest fail ever. So I was talking to this one guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but I always make fun of him because he has bad taste in movies. So I was like, I was like, we were talking about Spider-Man. He's like, oh, he said, Andrew, I want you to just relax for a minute because there's a
Oh,
there's a
God.
happy- there's a
I'll
happy
mute
ending.
myself.
Yeah, mute yourself. So this guy said that the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies were garbage. I said, what are you talking about? I said, Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire is one of the best. It's the best Spider-Man movie, but it's also one of the best superhero movies just in general. And he's like, no, it's not. Nobody thinks that. I was like, are you crazy? I said, everyone thinks
That sounds like
Everyone thinks
And-
this.
Okay.
and he was
Did I
not
miss
trying
it?
to. He wasn't trying to rile me up. I was like, dude, everyone thinks that. He's like, no, they don't. And he's like, let's ask this guy. So he asked this other guy that sits across from me at work. I was like, don't ask him because he's with me. And he's like, let's just ask him. He's like, hey, you. He goes, what's the best Spider-Man movie? He's like, part 2. It's like, hello. And I'm like, I said, literally everyone likes Spider-Man 2. There's some people that don't care about Spider-Man, like my wife. They still like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, nice.
I'm like, what do you? I was like, even people that hate Marvel characters or Marvel comics or Marvel, even people that hate Marvel, even they like Spider-Man 2. And it's like, stop it. And he's like, no. I'm like, dude, I said, please don't tell anybody this, that you don't like Spider-Man 2, because you're going to look like an idiot. Even if you don't like Spider-Man 2, just pretend you like it. Because if you tell anybody that you don't like it, you're going to look like an idiot. I promise you. And he's like, okay, fine. And I'm thinking, I'm like, everybody likes
I would say
Spider-Man 2.
this: Spider-Man 2 is the only good Spider-Man in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy.
Oh, that's a fail.
Spider-Man 3 is trash.
No.
Spider-Man 1. I wouldn't say it's trash.
I grew up on that movie, dude. Come on.
I'm just giving my opinion. I would Spider-Man 1. I wouldn't say it's trash, but it's okay. At least I never said.
Arkham, dude, I'm gonna have to do it for you.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Thank
That is fact.
I'm just not a fan of the trilogy. To be honest.
Yeah, you're a Tom Holland fan.
I don't even like Tom Holland either.
Yeah, you're an Andrew Garfield fan.
All right, like Andrew Garfield's okay, like, but
Oh, so you don't like all three of them?
I'm not a big fan of like the live action ones. Like, it's just like
Oh, it's only
that-
animated for you.
Yeah, probably animation.
Do you guys think that? Do you think that if we counted Into the Spider-Verse, would you say that is better than Spider-Man 2? Or
No,
do
they're
you still
both
like
on the
Spider-Man
same
2?
level. They're both on the same level.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
They're both on
hold
the
on.
same level.
Okay, so Arkham, what do you think? Is Into the Spider-Verse better than Spider-Man 2? What do you think? Yes or no?
I really love the movie. I guess yes.
Okay, no, that we're not. I'm not hating on you or anything.
Like I
but
love the
Andrew-
movie. I like the concept of like Miles Morales, and you have
Right.
multiple versions of Spider-Man, where you have Spider-Man get killed by Kingpin, and you have like this. You have this younger version of Spider-Man that has to defeat Kingpin.
Ooh.
Okay.
I really
Andrew?
like the games. Like I like Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales. Those I would say, like, if I had to say what's my favorite iteration of Spider-Man overall, it would be the games from the PlayStation.
I figured. By the
So
way,
what
Jay,
about you,
man,
Andrew? Do you
I found
think-
this earlier today and it made me
Yeah.
laugh.
Andrew, so what do you think? Do you think Spider-Man 2 or Into the Spider-Verse? Which one? Do you
Oh
think is
no,
better?
they're both on the same level.
No, you
No,
have
you
to
gotta
pick.
pick one. Pick
You
one.
I
have
don't
to
care.
Pick one.
They're both on the same level.
5, 4,
Four.
3.
Okay, my number one Spider-Man 2 and Into the Spider-Verse is number 2.
Okay, perfect. I agree. With that. But okay, Sean, the three of us, we know Spider-Man 2 is way better than
Spider-Man 2 is way better than.
Yeah, I think it's way better.
It's not even
Anything
close.
better than those crappy Tom
I didn't
Holland
think that
movies.
they capitalized on the whole concept of multiple Spider-Mans to the degree they could have. Like the two most popular ones are at an end credit scene.
2099 or
No.
not?
Yeah, and
2099 not one of the main guys.
Yeah, and now he's gonna be like
He'll be a main
more
guy.
in the next
He's
one.
got to be in the sequel.
I love
Yeah.
2099. He's like my favorite, like non.
I like the
non-Peter Spider-Man.
I remember there was a game that you play as Spider-Man.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Shattered Dimensions.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and as much as I love Spider-Ham, Spider-Ham is only good in his own universe with all the
Agreed.
different weird, like Pun Fisher and all that stuff,
Yeah.
right? So Like Peter
Yeah.
Parker, you gotta have more Peter Parker, right? So
Yeah.
Here's a question: if you had to be, because it's a multiverse, which Spider-Man would you pick if you had to be Spider-Man? Like throughout the multiverse, which one would you want to be?
For me to be that person?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow,
like,
that's a good question.
which one would you want? What version of Spider-Man throughout the multiverse? You have 2099.
Okay, so
Whatever version.
I like a regular Spider. I like regular Spider-Man the best. It's a tattoo. I love Spider-Man, but I would want to be 2099. I just think that guy looks cool. I mean, he just like his powers are.
I would be
wicked.
Amazing Friends Spider-Man.
Really?
Ooh,
He's in the Spider-Verse comics.
Okay.
So he dies.
If I had
yeah.
if I had to
Steve,
pick
who would
one
you-
that's
okay,
not
okay,
Toby,
okay.
I'll be the '90s animated series Spider-Man.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Steve, who would you want to be?
Oh, Amazing Spider-Man.
Like regular
one's
Amazing
that?
Spider-Man?
Regular from the comics, Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
But
You
you
got
always
a lot of
lose.
problems, man.
Yeah.
I like
got
the
too
black.
many problems.
I like the black and white version.
I know,
of
but
Spider-Man.
like he's resourceful with all this stuff happening to him. He still wins the day. Like he gets the
That's true.
crap kicked out of him, issue after issue after issue, and he comes back for more. Like he's one of the most resilient characters ever conceived.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. What were you going to say, Arkham?
Oh, I said I like the what was it, noir or something like
Yeah,
that?
Noir?
Yeah, I
The
like the
Nicolas
noir.
Cage one.
Yeah, I like that version. He looked pretty cool and stuff like that. Where
He
like
did look cool.
in his universe, everything's black and white and everything
Yep.
like that. And the
Okay.
wind follows him and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
He's got
Here's the-
guns.
That's what Nicolas Cage said.
Here's a big question. Who looks cooler, Spider-Man or Batman?
Batman.
Oh hell no! God
Oh,
damn
this
it.
is a very tough one.
No, it's not.
I think
Why are you
Sean,
Sean? Why are you so? Okay, oh, you're going last, Sean. We're gonna put you last.
no, make Arkham last. I already know.
We
he's
know
that
Arkham's
big.
no, Arkham is first because it's obviously Batman. Andrew, who looks cooler? Forget about the characters. The
I love
coolest
both
looking Batman versus
costumes.
the coolest looking Spider-Man. Who looks cooler?
Wait, you mean like versions of Spider-Man, Batman?
What? Pick your favorite version of Spider-Man and your favorite version of Batman, and who looks
Ooh,
cooler.
okay, well, for Batman, other than the Tim Burton movies, I'm gonna say the Kevin Conroy animated series.
So animated series Batman versus what's your favorite Spider-Man? 90s Spider-Man?
Well, I guess the '90s Batman Spider-Man cartoon.
Okay, so who looks cooler, the '90s Spider-Man or the?
All right, I'm picturing in my head right now. I can't help them. They both look good. They
Oh.
both
Batman.
they both
Go
have
ahead,
good
you-
voice actors: Christopher
Okay.
Daniel Barnes and Kevin
5,
Conroy.
4,
Let's pick Batman.
3.
I'm picking both. That's my answer.
Okay, we'll leave Andrew off the hook. Okay, Steve, who looks okay? Now this is tough because that's your two favorite. Is Spider-Man and Batman your two favorite characters?
And Hulk.
And Hulk. Okay, so 3 favorite characters.
You have which version
Well,
of the Hulk you
obviously,
picking?
obviously, Batman and Spider-Man look cooler than Hulk. I think, right? That's pretty obvious. I would say. Okay, so out of Spider-Man or Batman, who looks cooler, Steve?
Batman.
Batman?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, Sean, who looks cooler?
Say Batman.
Spider-Man. God damn. Batman's usually like one color monotone, like just like even look at Arkham's avatar right now. It's
No,
like,
I'm not counting that Batman. I'm counting blue and gray.
Blue and Gray
You on the
looks
blue and
cool,
gray
right?
version?
Spider-Man, no, Spider-Man the red and blue and everything. Look,
That's-
that's been copied and copied. Like I know Batman has too,
But you
but
know
like,
what?
I just like that colorful look.
To be honest with you, Sean, I'm with Team J-Man now. Black costume Spider-Man is conceivably the best. He does look way better.
Oh
He
my
looks cool.
god!
No, I'm gonna say Spider-Man looks cooler, man. I don't know.
Dang.
The thing is with Spider-Man and like regular Spider-Man, just the normal Spider-Man.
Yeah,
There's
like,
something about
they're cool.
that character. Batman but if someone says Batman, I'm not gonna argue against
Yeah.
them because Batman and Spider-Man are the two coolest looking guys, easily, just for looks. Because Batman just looks cool. Blue and gray Batman, I just love blue and gray Batman. Especially some of the arts. that we're reading. That Sean and I are doing the '90s comics stuff now. I really like that look of Batman. I think he looks great. I'm just reading issue 400 right now, where all the villains get released by Ra's al Ghul, and he's like, "I'll help you capture them." You're like,
Did you
released
did
them,
you
right?
read Shadow War?
No, I got Shadow War. I didn't read it yet.
I had
I got it.
I just read it.
You just read it, yeah. I don't say I'm gonna read it. I'm behind 3 issues
I'm
of
reading this
Detective Comics.
bullshit.
I missed the You know what?
I got issue 1 and 2. Issue 3 is coming out this week. So.
No, dude, I was gonna grab those. Is that good?
Yeah, it's cool that like the Journey to the West stuff is in DC. Like I know a lot of people don't know what that is, but that's kind of
It's
neat.
cool to me.
You know? Yeah.
Well, I have all the Monkey King movies that they did those.
Yeah,
newer
me
ones.
too. Yeah, no. It's like we
Those
know
are
Monkey
wicked.
King mostly from the Jackie Chan several movies, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I like Monkey King. I was gonna grab those. Anyways, yeah. So those Spider-Man and Batman are so cool. Like they just look.
They're
cool.
the one that. Oh, they're the two that have the.
I know this is a hot take bite. Like I don't mind like the look where in the comics where you have Batman like he sometimes he doesn't have armory and stuff like that. I prefer like I like the armor version a lot for some reason. Like there's something about Batman's armor that just I really like. Like I just like the armor kind of type of bat suits that Batman makes. It's just so cool.
I agree. I mean, if you look at my profile, the 1989 Batman bat suit, I like how it's got like the yellow logo with the utility belt. I like that kind of look.
Andrew, you just got the okay. Next question: Batman symbol, yellow behind it or no yellow behind it? Just the bat or the bat with the yellow? Let's go. Arkham, what do you like better?
You just gave me a tough decision because I love the Batman Begins movie too.
Yeah. So okay. So Arkham, what do you think? The bat just on its own, or the bat with the yellow behind it?
The yellow behind it's pretty cool, but if I had to pick, it would probably be like the regular bat. I like in the comics where it's just like the black bat symbol. I don't mind the yellow one. That's my second favorite, but I prefer just the black bat, just the bat.
Andrew, are you gonna pick? Can you pick or not?
I hate choosing.
Do not watch Sophie's Choice. Do not watch that movie.
Okay, if I have to, I guess I'll do the yellow logo.
Okay, yellow. Sean's gonna say yellow, so we can skip him. You can skip me. It's yellow. Steve, I'm interested because I don't look. Sean and I are the same person almost. We're gonna say the same things. I know.
The same person.
We're both Moon Knight. No, like the thing is, like Sean and I have like almost the same exact. Like it's like look, it's yellow because that's what Batman is. It's literally.
Yeah, even though that's not the original design, but
I know it's not the original design.
Yeah,
it's not.
Well,
it's what I'm
here's
used
the
to.
thing.
So.
I remember the very first Batman costume in 1939 was just like long ears, a small belt, and purple gloves.
Yeah.
No, but he had the black
the
bat.
black.
Yeah.
The black bat.
Yeah.
Hold on, Steve. I'm interested in Steve because Steve is a huge Batman guy. So Steve, we've never had this discussion ever. So I literally have no clue what you're going to say. What do you like better?
It's the yellow.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. I honestly didn't know. I did not know.
Yeah.
I thought you might say the black. I'm not sure because I know you like the Hush.
I get weirded out to this day, and I've come to accept, but I still get that immediate reaction when I don't see the yellow in the logo.
Yeah.
And I have to think about it for a second, and then I just adjust. Like I know he doesn't usually have the yellow. It's like the blue and the gray. When I don't see him as blue and gray, I sort of almost have to do a click in my head to be like, okay, it's not blue and gray. It's a blue and gray ever in live action, so that's cool. But that's what I associate as Batman.
Yeah, I did. I'll tell you one thing I did not like about the Adam West show. This is the one thing I did not like. Otherwise, I love it. I didn't like that the horns were too small. The ears, they were a little too small. It needed to be 2 inches more.
Yeah.
And it would be like almost perfect. I would say like Arkham's picture looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Arkham. I'm gonna just put you full screen for just a second. So, what do you guys think of? I think that looks pretty good. Maybe.
Oh, it's the Arkham Knight bat suit.
Let me see.
That's a really good bat suit.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Yep.
I don't
I
want the
can show
horns
you
to-
another picture that
Okay, put
shows.
another picture that you know what? Arkham, you'll have this issue. There's a recent. I think it was the first appearance of Abyss. Do you have that issue, Arkham?
Abyss, yeah.
What number? Do you remember what number that was? Like 109 or something, or 119 maybe?
That was I think 18 or 19.
Yeah, there's a cover of that, which I really liked. Let's see.
Oh,
here
this
you
is
go.
this is the live action Batman suits.
Okay, so I don't like. Yeah, the first couple of guys, they're just products of their time. There's not much we could do. Let's go like that. That looks better.
Yeah, my favorites in all these are 1989 and 2005.
I don't like my problem with the bat suits, in my opinion, is all of them for some reason are all black. Like,
You know what's
It's-
gonna
So Batman's
sound
supposed to
weird?
be like in the shadows, intimidating.
but like a lot of the times it's like black and gray or blue and gray and stuff like that. I always like that look. I don't like the whole thing black and stuff like that. Then you
Before everyone has a spaz attack, just listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. Like listen to the words. So listen carefully.
Oh boy.
okay.
Just the mask, just the cowl up to the chin. So from the chin and up, I actually think George Clooney's horns are perfect. Like that looks cool to me.
You
Like,
must
just
be
look at his
joking.
face.
George Clooney's cowl?
Just look at the face. Like
Yeah, I see
it
what you're
actually-
saying.
Like forget about the bottom looks not as good, but don't look at the bottom and
Yeah.
not even the neck. Like just look at his chin and up. That looks pretty good.
The horns are nicely separated, and the forehead has a shine to it, which would have been
Yeah.
the black in the comics.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that looks pretty good because the first three up top, I love Adam West, but the ears are too small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that. 89 is pretty good, but I think Returns is better.
Returns is better.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree.
Yeah, you don't think the Returns cowl, just the cowl, not the full suit, just
Well,
the mask. I think the mask
When I
is
picture
better
in my
than
head, when I
Returns.
picture Batman, I see 89 or 92.
Yeah,
What do you?
I know what you're talking about, Andrew, but like 92 looks like he evolved it, and it looks a little bit more
It
sleeker.
looks a little too rubbery.
It's not
It
as
does look rubbery though, yeah. But go ahead.
yeah, it
Steve.
does look rubbery, but I agree. Like from the neck up, it's
Yeah.
it's better, and I like the symbol better.
Oh, I like
Okay,
the
if
symbol
we're
in
talking the
Returns
cowl, the 89, when you look at the 89 cowl, it looks more scary because I remember Tim Burton saying, like, when you look at Michael Keaton's eyes, the way he looks in the 89 cowl makes him look more scary.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it could be. Arkham? What do you think? Just the I don't like the Batman Begins neck and cowl at all.
Well, let me say something about that real quick. I think that also to me looks right because I remember hearing Christian Bale saying like it gives you like you're gonna pounce on someone like a panther.
I'm not a fan of
Yeah.
like a lot of the cowls, but if I had to pick one, I don't
So,
like.
Arkham, am I crazy? Forget about the rest of the costume for George Clooney, but just look at it from his chin and up. Like just
I can't
the
believe
face
you were
part.
thinking
I
George
think it looks
Clooney's
pretty-
chin cowl is good.
It looks pretty good. Like look at your picture. Okay, and then look at that. Like that looks pretty good. Like see, the other ones don't look like Batman Forever is awful. That's
Yeah.
awful. Batman Begins is awful.
Oh, come
Dark
on.
Knight is awful.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck is not too bad. His
Nope.
face looks good. His horns should be slightly bigger, I would think. I think. If
Yeah, I don't
Ben
like. My problem is like, I don't like small. I don't like the small horns.
Yeah, it's a little bit too small, I think for.
Well,
Ben
it
Affleck.
works for that one because if it's the Dark Knight
I know.
Returns, it is a little bit shorter.
Yeah, I
That-
guess. I just don't.
You're right. You're right, Steve. And I do like this. I do like his costume, like overall, because it
Yep.
does seem like the Batman Dark Knight Returns.
In
but
the bottom
horns are
row-
small.
In the bottom row, the Ben Affleck's one is clearly the best of the five overall. Overall,
Like you're talking
If I
about the
were-
full costume, Steve.
yeah, the full costume.
Oh yeah,
If I were
full
to
costume.
rank
That's
my,
for sure.
if I were to
agree with
rank my
that.
top, say 4 bat suits, my number 1 would be 89. My number 2 would be 2005. 2016, my number 3.
Well, you're going too fast. What'd you say?
You
was
said
your number?
89, 2005, and
Hold on,
26.
what's 2000? Oh, really, Andrew? No, I don't like Batman Begins costume at all.
He's more scary and intimidating.
No, not.
The problem with that one is the bat is almost invisible.
Yeah, like it's not even there.
Did you like the 2012? Which one? If you like, which one would? If you had to pick between the 2005 and 2012, which suit would you like better?
He looks. It's too
I don't like either of
motorcycle-y.
those.
What'd you say, J-Man?
I don't know. I don't really like either of those.
How come the Dark Knight is not here? Is it just the same thing as Batman Begins, or
No,
the
it's
Dark
two
Knight's
different
right
ones.
there.
No, it's not the Dark Knight.
2012 is not Dark Knight. That's
That's Dark Knight Rises.
That's Dark Knight Rises.
It's
It's 2005. There should be a
2008 are the
2008
same
one.
So I think
They're
I
basically the same suit.
Yeah,
are they the same? Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Judging by the poster, it looks like the same suit.
So Sean, what do you? Okay, what do you think? I mean,
For Kel or overall?
both, I guess, both.
You know, I really like the 92 one. My only problem, and I've said this before, is the stylized muscles.
Yeah.
And I get that it's body armor, but like he looks great here. Like I like the way the cape separates
Yeah.
and catches the light. It looks really cool. 2016, sure. Like that one looks pretty good too, and it's different from the others because it's gray and the
Yeah,
big
I like
black.
that.
So
I like that a lot. Yeah.
I like the symbol on 1992
Yeah,
better.
that's the best symbol. That's
Yeah.
the best symbol. Easy for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
My opinions are way different than yours, guys.
What do you like?
I don't like 1989 because like there's just too much extra of
Yeah,
the
I agree.
bats within the symbol.
Yep.
Like I like the like that's the overall like after that's the overall symbol that they use even in the comics with the
I understand
1992.
that.
They use that for Batman animated series too. That's like the symbol also.
The symbol is baffling because the posters for this movie were stolen all over the place.
Right.
They didn't have that. That wasn't the symbol. It was the 92 symbol.
Well,
For some reason, they
I'm the only one
botched
of this
it.
group. I'm the only one of this group that likes the 89 one.
You like the 89 symbol better than the 92 symbol?
I just think as a whole, the 89 is more iconic.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Andrew. It's just that, like, when I look at the symbol,
Of course, better than any of these.
it looks a little bit just drawn and conceived better on the 92. Just like it's not like, oh my god, you know, it's like one is garbage and one isn't. It's just to me the 92 symbol looks a little bit more like. I mean, if you look at the 89 symbol at the bottom, it looks like they just added that line there. Whereas on the 92, it looks more natural, like it's part of the bat
Yes,
symbol.
I drew
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
92
think you're
symbol
right.
over and over again, even when the 89 movie came out. And it's
Yeah.
so weird that they used that weird symbol for the movie.
Yeah. See, Ben Affleck, because of the gray, it just looks better.
Yeah, the Ben Affleck one is the best one in the bottom row for sure.
I figured you'd say that.
What do you think, Arkham?
I agree with that. I just don't like the symbol. I do not like the symbol.
Oh yeah.
I'm the
is
only
it
one in this
too
group that
wide?
likes the 2005 one.
No, I'm talking about like the Ben Affleck symbol. I'm not a fan of how big it is and stuff like that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I-
it's
Yeah.
your shape. You're saying the shape. It's too big and like it's just.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like I like the thinner bat symbol, like something like Batman Begins or the Arkham Knight, where it's like more thinner and not too fat and everything like that.
I didn't hear about this. That might be very interesting if that's true.
Yeah, I the thing with the thing is that what Batman Begins has that's better than the Affleck and that is the bat symbol is better. It's more designed. The problem is that they didn't put any color on it to
Yeah.
make it stand out.
Arkham,
Yeah,
do you
the
remember,
belt.
He has a belt,
Arkham-
but like he needs
Yeah.
that. Like he needs that. What
But
I
you
do-
don't like. I agree with Steve. What he's saying is the problem with the bat suit is you can't really see the bat symbol.
Yeah,
like-
Right.
And that's oh my god, that is the point, because if you watch Batman Begins, you see he's always hiding in the shadows, picking
Yeah,
up.
but then why have a symbol? Like if you can't see it, then why even have a symbol?
That's the point.
That's the reason Batman like.
Oh my
He
god,
makes
my
the symbol-
taste in superheroes is way better than yours.
Okay. when you have like Batman, even with the blue and gray and everything like that, they make it how you can see the symbol. Like maybe they should have made it a darker black within the
Sure.
a darker black and stuff like that, so you can see the symbol and everything like that. Like something like BVS where it has a darker black and everything like that, and you can see his symbol and it pops more with the costume and everything like that.
Right.
So Andrew, okay, just do me this. Zoom in to the bottom,
Zoom in on what?
but just show their heads only.
To show their heads.
Yeah, just go to, scroll down, but down now. Go down. Okay, don't go up more. No. I just want to see Ben Affleck's head only.
Oh, you want to see Ben Affleck's? Okay.
Not Ben Affleck. I'm sorry. This guy, George Clooney. Sorry, George Clooney. Sorry, go back. Yeah, right there. That's perfect. No, look, but go down so we don't see those little knobs on his chest. I hate that those knobs on his the things holding the cape.
Here's the thing. This shit looks too
face.
purple.
Look, his face looks good, man. No, forget about the color. Just look at the shape. It looks good. This is awesome to me.
Well, he's cast with the chin, right? That was all you
that
cast
looks
for.
Great. But I don't like those knobs that hold the cape. There you go. Look, that's perfect. And the rest of it's trash.
The cowl itself is fine. I just wish he didn't look like he was like constipated when that.
I know.
I don't know how he managed to move his head in that thing.
Look,
you look like a bobblehead. I freeze. I'm Batman.
He's always like, well, that's George Clooney, right?
Yeah, forget about. We're not saying the acting.
Hi, freeze. I'm Batman.
We're not saying the acting and all that. I'm just saying, look at the cowl shape. That is like the perfect shape of the cowl for me. Look, the nose and the way.
Well, I think this cowl was molded to George Clooney's head style.
Yeah.
You're probably right. But it goes to show you that looks wise, he probably was well suited for Batman. He just was terrible.
Here's the thing. George Clooney only nailed the Bruce Wayne persona.
And even that he struggled. I mean, he smiled when he said Alfred is dying.
It's like
I think what they're saying is like the mold of the cowl looks very like Batman and everything like that. You can say like the movie is trash, and everything like that. The costume is still bad and everything like that. It's just the mold of the cowl itself.
Just the head. The cowl looks. I don't like the belt on this one. I don't like the cape. I don't like the gauntlets.
The nipples, any of that.
The nipples
stuff.
and all that.
That's
but
the
this
symbol.
looks perfect. But scroll over to Christian Bale and see how that's terrible. Look how silly that looks to me.
Well, maybe it's the wrong picture for 2005. I found better.
Well, I always thought the side of his head was puffed out more, and I see it right here. It's like.
But here's the thing: in the Dark Knight suit, it looks like
go inward
it's
for
like
some reason.
His mouth is too closed in like this.
Yeah, it's like
I don't like how I like the suit. The suit's fine, but I don't like how the cowl of the ears close in. I hate that.
No, it's terrible. Because it puffs up his face. Hey, Jordan, how's it going, dude?
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I don't know.
And then you have the Dark Knight. That's even worse.
Dark Knight's not good either.
Yeah,
it looks like a motorcycle version of.
That's what I said. He looks too skinny, like he lost a few hundred pounds.
Yeah, it's not good at all. I don't like almost anything about this costume.
And yet, people always rank Dark Knight suit as the top tier suit.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I actually prefer the Pattinson to these two.
Pattinson suit.
Can you find Pattinson suit, Andrew?
You want me to find that one? Sure thing.
I have it right here.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I have it right here.
Oh, dang it.
Do you have like a good shot of it, Arkham, that we can see?
Okay.
Hold on. I'm just about to have it.
Okay, so let's get Andrew to have it. He'll share the screen.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's the first photo. Just
just want to show that's the symbol that was used to advertise Batman '89.
Right.
Yeah.
But for some
Yeah.
reason, he didn't use it in the movie.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this? I actually don't mind this too much. I thought I would mind it more, but
Andrew, would you be able to zoom in a tiny bit more?
Yeah,
Hold
can-
on. Maybe I can do this instead. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not like
and
a
I
full
can find
shot.
it too. Hold on, Rob.
Hold on. Give me a second. All
I
right.
I really
Here
like
we
the
go.
whole.
Boom.
I like the homemade suit. It's pretty good, but I do agree with you. I have to agree.
There. How's this?
That's a tiny bit better. I'm just still
Okay,
worried.
so what
but-
do you guys think? I think the horns are maybe too. I call them horns, not ears. I know
Can
the
you
ears.
zoom in a bit, Andrew?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I feel they're too far back. Maybe is that a problem?
Yeah. It's more like this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree that the horns are a bit too far in the back.
but I don't
Yeah,
mind.
I can see that, but I think maybe they were going like the horns, like what was it, first appearance, where it is kind of like by angle like that.
Mhm, mhm.
Mm.
Because
I
you-
don't mind
go
the rest
down,
of it
Andrew?
though.
Sure.
go down.
Okay, the
Like-
bat's okay. The armor's
Yeah, this is
okay. I like the gauntlet.
Yeah,
That's good.
Oh, the gauntlet.
That was a
The
good
women with
addition.
spike fingers.
I like
Yeah.
the belt. I like his belt.
I think the gauntlet's used for like
I remember during the movie, like his grappling hook was like attached to the arm, going like this.
Yeah.
yeah, like that. I feel like that was a unique way to use the
Mhm.
grapnel launcher.
This,
And if
I
you go
have
back
to
up,
say,
let's look at the symbol, Andrew, please.
I gotta say that this came out on screen way
Better.
better than
Yeah. I agree.
Man, when I first saw this, I thought it was piss.
Yeah.
but it
And
was much
I
better.
remember
in the
I remember
movie.
hearing like this was made out of the gun that killed his parents.
Yeah.
But wasn't.
I like that it
Anyone
was a
read-
two.
Oh, look, Arkham's got his
Hey,
phone.
Arkham. Well, I guess Arkham, Steve, and Sean, or maybe Andrew. I don't know if you read it, but did anyone read the novel that came out before this movie? That was the
Yeah,
prequel?
I think I read it. Like I remember reading it, and you like I remember him using chemicals to use like I think it was like a dumpster or like out in Gotham that he was learning how to do like was it chemical analysis or something like that, or like something that Batman does, like learning how to do that. The novel explains a lot of certain things that were in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I would. This is my problem. Like, I don't want to like have to read a novel to
Yeah.
understand.
Oh no, I
No, that
agree with
makes-
you 100%.
Not like
on that.
Batman's and Jim Gordon's relationship is explaining that novel. So when you watch a movie, you're like, I guess they're buddies. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember
Well, I
at one
didn't
point
mind
he's
that,
like,
guys.
I
I don't want to beat this movie up for the wrong reasons. I'll beat it up for the trash Riddler, but not.
Yeah.
I liked.
Do you like the Batsuit overall? Like,
Yeah.
I know not a lot of people like the cowl, and I respect that. Like the collar, I understand that. Like, the collar, I'm not a fan of, but like, it's probably gonna be you won't have the collar and everything like that in the next movie.
Arkham, did you go buy all the toys? I bought everything. I have all the Batman toys for this movie.
I have most of it.
I got the Batmobile. I got both of the big 12-inch Batmans. The cape one. I got Penguin, Catwoman, Batman, the flying one, and the regular Batman for the Spin Masters. Sean, did you find the Spin Master? Are you getting the Spin Master Batmobile, Sean, or no?
No, I'll get them all. They're all over Walmart.
They're at
and
Walmart
stuff.
right
And it's
now.
cool because they're made to be toys. So like there's like
They're
more
toys,
than
yeah.
two figures, and there's
And
like
their
stuff
sound-
to crash into. It's cool.
They make
Yeah.
sound effects. The car,
Yeah.
like, and
I
Steve,
do
don't know if you
agree
want
with,
an Batmobile. It's cheap. It's like $25 and it makes noise, and he sits in it. It's the coolest thing that's come out. That's affordable. These Spin Master toys are
Yeah, they're
kinda
affordable.
neat.
They're made for families.
They're
you
made
know?
for
and not like the Hasbro shit. You know.
Not Hasbro. Yeah. Oh God. Go ahead, and sorry, Arkham. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, would you agree that in certain shots the cowl looks better on
Yes.
angles and stuff like that?
Yes.
I'm not saying the cowl is good, but but by the angles, like this angle, it looks better than a front angle and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is better in some shots. I bought the
I-
Todd McFarlane Batman, and like it's pretty accurate. Todd McFarlane toys are just like super.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This suit really reminds me of what is it called? Zero Year. Like not exactly like Zero Year,
Mhm.
but to me, watching the movie, it just reminds me of the story of Zero Year. After, like, if you ever read Zero Year, it's like based on Riddler, and he floods Gotham and everything like that. And it's
Right.
basically a wasteland where it has like the kind of nature kind of thing.
So I never. Did you read? Did anyone read that?
No.
Zero Year. Let me look at it up. I'm looking it up now.
I,
got it
because I know this movie was highly inspirational. He grabbed some elements towards Zero Year and Long Halloween. Zero Year was a big part of
okay.
the costume design.
So I am aware of this story. I may have read it. The thing is, it's like this was this part of the New 52?
Yeah, New 52. Scott
Yeah.
Snyder and Greg Capullo.
So
I probably read it then if it's New 52. I read
which is
every.
funny because I'm pretty sure I read it too. And actually reminded me now what I wanted to ask you guys when we had all of the Batman pictures up before. I wanted to ask for the Batman Begins suit, how you know how the bat is sort of too embedded in.
Yeah.
So in that New 52 Capullo run and all that, they outlined the bat with yellow.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a yellow disc.
Right.
It was just outlined in yellow.
I remember that.
Would that not have been much better in Batman Begins?
Yes.
Yeah,
you could
it
see
would it would have been a little better. Like I like the in Zero Year he has purple gloves, so like he has like the outline and everything.
Yeah,
Like
I'm looking at it now.
oh yeah, I shared the picture. Like it looks pretty cool. We gotta remember
I'm
soon.
gonna get it. I'll get it. Hold on.
Yeah, sure. Because I gotta say, I never liked this suit. I still don't. Like for
Like you.
it's freaking shit, man.
What?
And the
hell
gauntlets
is-
are shit
Oh, what
because
happened there?
it's
Hold
the
on a
first
second.
thing you see. It's like it's bullshit.
Oh,
It's like
man.
it's so flashy that my eyes drawn to it, and it's like it shouldn't be.
Let me open
anyway.
up a new window. It doesn't. Like,
Which one are you talking about?
The Batman,
Oh, the Batman. Like, what do you mean too
the
flashy?
Battinson thing.
Let me open up I'm gonna open up in a different browser because.
But I want to see what he looks like in that story because I
Okay,
mean,
hold on
if
a
they
second.
base it
So
on that,
Batman Zero Year.
it gotta be something. I don't know.
Jesus
It's like,
Christ!
it
Sean,
looks like
yeah.
trash. Just he's wearing
Oh my
crap
God,
from
you're-
a freaking dumpster or something.
Okay,
Jesus.
hold on. Let's do this new window. Okay. So I had to open up a new window because it doesn't like. For some reason, it gave us that weird forever image. All right, and now I'm going to share a different screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. Batman Year Zero. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, that's better. Okay. So,
Yeah, that one.
that's kind of it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, he's got the purple gloves. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is see the horns. They're like wider and they're a little bit.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
if you look at this picture, you can see that they're. You can't tell because of that. Like really. Where's like a better? Yeah, like they're like. See how
Yeah,
they're
the way
further
back.
Right.
Okay.
The one I wish we would get in live action is we never get the white eyes.
Yeah, I
No.
know.
I was hoping with his scanning technology, I was hoping he'd get it.
That really aggravates me. How does Moon Knight get the white eyes, but Batman doesn't?
Yeah, in
Well, I
Spider-Man,
don't-
they had the adjustable eyes for the MCU
Yeah.
version,
Yeah.
which was
So,
great.
Josh, I apologize. I didn't mean to say we're getting the Midnight Suns. I just said that's the only thing I read of Morbius. Unless you've heard something I didn't, I don't want you to think that I steered you wrong, buddy.
Well-
I'm just saying that's all I've read.
Who would have thought we'd get a Morbius movie? So, like, who knows?
That's true.
Who knows? Like,
Oh, you got a Little Caesars Batman? Oh my God, that's true.
I feel like the new I feel like the new 52
Yeah.
is so underrated. Like, I
Yes.
think it is a good. I think it is a good. The Batman, like with Greg Poole and Scott Snyder, is a great series, and it's kind of funny that people got angry over the New 52, but they're fine when Greg Poole and Scott Snyder does was it death metal and everything like that. It's the same, and they like the darker version, but they don't like the darker version in the New 52. It just makes no sense.
When
So
when
New
someone
52
criticizes the New 52 Batman, I always say 3 words to them: Court of Owls.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? Look, I don't hate. Look, I judge everything as book by book.
Yeah.
So New 52. I like the Batman story. I thought
Yeah.
I thought Snyder was awesome. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Oh, I think that's skeptic.
Oh, is that Skeptic?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I wanted to
I'm like, who is
confuse
this
you a little
person?
bit.
Who is this person that's in our chat here?
Arkham has good ears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he picked you
He
out
could be
in
Batman.
1 second, man.
Skeptic is loving the Mario games right now.
I am right now. I'm 100%ing
Oh.
Mario 64 for the first time right now.
It's been a long time.
Hey, Andrew.
I don't have any. I should have like an intro for you. Let's do.
Wipe that chef word off your mouth, man.
Say hello to.
I really like the Arkham suit. It's just like each Arkham suit.
More like the Arkham Knight one.
Yeah, the
The
Arkham
Arkham,
suits are
like
cool.
I like the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight, and like Arkham Origins. Okay, like the
Which
Arkham
one? Arkham
suit-
Knight?
Yeah, Arkham Knight. Like just put the Arkham suits like each one.
I don't know why everybody hates on Arkham Knight. I love that game.
Yes.
They're
I
not
still have to
who-
play it. That's the only one I haven't played yet.
I think it's the best. Sorry, gameplay wise, I think it's the best one.
Yeah, like it improved its gameplay. You can pick up a bat and stuff like that and beat a criminal with the bat.
I don't know. Some people would say that my opinion isn't valid because
Well,
I haven't played Origins.
These are my favorite versions of the Batman costume media, like the Tim Burton suit '89, the animated series,
Yeah.
the The Batman 2004,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
the Batman Begins suit, the Arkham City suit,
Arkham City is wicked.
and Ben's suit, and also
Well, what'd you say about Arkham City?
I like that.
that's
suit
one of
a
my
lot.
favorite
Yeah.
bat suits.
Arkham
No.
City's pretty good.
And also my favorite Joker designs like Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill.
I like the
That
Arkham one.
Yeah.
and,
Gotham.
Ugh. Gotham's terrible.
Well, they're
yeah,
really
these are some
exciting.
of those are my favorite designs.
I have to say, I know people always say like when I got Arkham. What's the first one? Arkham Asylum.
Arkham
Yeah.
Asylum.
When I got Arkham Asylum and I put it in, I was blown away. I don't
It's
care
by
what
the first
anyone says.
minute.
I
Yeah.
don't care what people are saying. Oh, it's fucking overrated. Listen,
Ain't no overrated.
when I put that in, I was like, wow, that was probably. There's only been 2 or 3 games where I felt like immersed in the character. One was the Spider-Man. I don't know which Spider-Man game it was.
Spider-Man 2.
Maybe
2, yeah.
Spider-Man 2 for PS or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever
classic.
it was.
2?
I don't know what I had it on Xbox, so but it was on PS2 or 3.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was on PS2. That's where you swing around the city as Spider-Man.
Yeah, that one,
I
the
love the
Incredible
game.
Hulk game.
Yep.
Where right. But I
Ultimate
think
Destruction.
Ultimate
Oh,
Destruction.
that's a good one too.
That's a good one too. But Arkham Asylum, I was like, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
Like, and
I
he's got
have the
all
suits. I'll show
it's
you
so
all the
good.
suits. What they
Yeah.
look like.
Go ahead, Arkham.
Well, wait, this is the Gotham Bat suit.
Yeah, it's awful.
Is it sharing?
Yeah, it's you're saying.
Okay, so that's the Arkham Asylum. That's the Arkham City. That's
Arkham City is cool. I like all of these.
like
Yeah.
to be honest, like if like I would just prefer if they just make a live action Batman Arkham series.
Yeah.
Just
I doubt they'll do that, but okay.
I
like-
think it's possible.
the story. The story is perfect. Like I feel
Alright,
like the Arkham Batman is like the best interpretation that we've actually gotten with Batman.
But why do we need a movie?
If I had to make
That's the
it,
question. Sorry, go on.
if I had to make a nitpick, and that's the Joker dying in Arkham City.
But like, why do
Nobody's
we
got
need a
that.
movie if they're already basically movies? Like, yeah, okay, they're games, but they have like cutscenes and stuff. They feel
but I
just
don't
like
wanna
movies.
play
You
a
got a
game.
point. They're basically movies.
Yeah,
but,
yes.
but like my wife is not gonna play a game. Like she'll watch
Right.
a movie. We sit down to dinner.
No,
and watch
I'm
a
saying
movie,
like
you know what I mean?
they can make this story with the Arkham games and make it in like do the Arkham universe and make it into a movie
And
that
who
like
would
already.
be Batman and Joker?
The smartest thing they did about Arkham Asylum was base it all in Arkham Asylum. Like you actually
Yeah.
got to investigate Arkham
That's
Asylum.
So you
And-
can.
Oh, you know what's really funny is I had a buddy that let me borrow his Arkham Asylum comic, and I read it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?
I
Like,
know.
what? Like, it looked nothing like
know.
the games." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
It was
No, it was,
weird.
but like even the concept that Batman's got a bat cave at Arkham Asylum. When they
That's
put that in,
sick.
I'm like, that
Oh,
is
yeah,
really
in
cool.
Arkham Island.
That is sick.
I just like.
But Arkham in the
What?
games, it was Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill who played them.
No, I'm saying like the concept, like you can do the Arkham universe and have it like in Arkham Asylum. You could do like a movie like Arkham Asylum and have all the villains already established and stuff like that. That's what I want in a Batman movie that we've never gotten.
No, we've never gotten a proper Arkham Asylum. We've shown Arkham Asylum, and the only one that really went into Arkham that much was Batman and Robin, from what I remember. And
And Batman Forever with Joel
That was
Schumacher.
Batman Forever at the
Andrew,
very end, yeah.
Andrew,
No, that
is it?
wasn't done very well either. It's just so it was a bit lame, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was lame.
Mm.
Like,
Oh,
it
hey,
looked cool, but it didn't
look at the Arkham Asylum and Batman Begins.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
lame too.
Yeah, that was trash.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
even
I
remember
forgot
it.
about that. Yeah.
It's lame.
Yeah,
Um,
the only good like Arkham Asylum is probably the Arkham games. Like,
Oh my god,
remember,
you're just gonna keep going back
well,
to
I
that.
remember Arkham Asylum from the Batman Begins video game, which I think is overlooked. I think it's really good.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
did like that. I did like that, yeah.
I like Arkham Asylum, the concept as it's an island and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I don't like it where it's like this. I don't like it. I don't like Arkham Asylum from Gotham and stuff like that. It's not island or anything like that. It's like
It's not unique. It's just an asylum. Like, you know, I even like the concept of Arkham Tower. Like when
Yeah.
they did that as a tower, I'm like, that's cool.
When
That's
did that
kind of a neat
happen?
idea.
In the comics.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, I got a question for you.
What?
If you had the choice to go to Ravencroft or Arkham Asylum, which would you go to?
Well,
Why
with
are you going to
Arkham, you
hospital?
have. Well, here's the thing. With Arkham, you have killer clowns and Mad Hatters and crocodile people. And with Ravencroft, you have not a lot of Spider-Man villains there, so I guess I choose that place.
The only problem with Ravencroft is Carnage is there, and he will kill you if he gets a hold of you.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'd
would-
rather take that than the killer clown, like the
I don't
Joker.
know.
That's no.
The Joker
I-
may let you live, actually, though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, you
Well,
would.
dude,
You
I've
might.
seen time where the Joker just kills you because it's funny.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's a possibility you just might survive compared to Carnage, where he just loves to kill. Like that one. God.
If it was the Woody Harrelson Carnage, I'd be like,
Carnage.
I would say
kill
this
you.
about Arkham Asylum. There is a very unique stories. Like the asylum itself, it has a story to itself. Have you ever read that Arkham Asylum, the graphic novel and stuff like that?
That was
No, I
weird.
have
Yeah,
not.
it's weird. It's very weird, and it's like an artsy comic book. I remember when that came out. I'm like, this is like an artsy comic book that I don't understand.
But I like
it
how-
is neat.
I like how the asylum itself has a story to it.
Yeah, like the storyline behind the asylum was cool. It's just the artwork threw me off because it was hard. It was actually physically hard to read the book.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Was it that scary?
No, it was
it
just
was
weird.
just how the artwork was done. It was just like it was almost like drooling on the page. I don't know how else to describe it. It was like
Yeah.
almost like it wasn't symmetrical. It was like it was almost like words were getting lost in the artwork. It was really hard to read.
Yeah. I was like 14 when I read that. I didn't understand any of it.
I think the
It's
artwork's
like,
very
what is
unique.
going on here? It's like it's just weirdness.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
look, it's the new Joker. It's the Robert Pattinson Joker.
What do you
That's
guys
exact-
think of
that's
the
ex-
Robert Pattinson Joker? Because I think
It's
he looks
awful.
awful. Yeah,
It's
no.
awful.
Yeah.
Thank God it's not in the movie. Phew,
Ugh.
we dodged a bullet.
Well, I mean, he was kind of in the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
see him though, so they could still change the look and make it look
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah, like they can change what he like.
Look, it's exactly him.
Like-
I can't believe it. That's exactly.
I mean,
what he
they
looks
changed Woody Harrelson to not have a wig, but that didn't change anything about it being bad.
like. Yeah, it's still a shit movie, but
You think he could have been like Woody Harrelson would have been good if like
I do.
If the
Go
script was
up by
good.
that look. Up.
Yeah, Woody
that's
Harrelson would have
that
been
one.
good if he was. It's
Like
just
it-
how they want to do that movie.
That
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
what about what issue number is that? Batman 400. No, what was it? 450 maybe. No, that's not it. Damn it, Sean. Do you know the number of the red cover?
oh George Clooney, fuck yeah.
The red cover?
It's that reddish one with the really spiky cloak of Batman. If I show you the cover, you'll know it instantaneously.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'm bad with numbers of issues.
Yeah,
He's like,
famous cover. We'll just find it. It's like 451 or something. This one, there it is. I knew it. I knew I could find it.
oh
quickly.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? They made a statue of that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I swear, if Batman doesn't have a blue suit on the next movie, I'm boycotting.
Well, then you're boycotting
You're
it.
boycotting. You're
Yeah,
boycotting.
I remember
skeptics.
this one, man. I remember that comic. Wow. Yeah, see, as soon as I put famous cover, this came up because it's like everyone knows this is like a super famous one.
Yeah, this one is like very famous.
That's really neat. What number is it? I can't tell. It's 450. It's 400 something.
Like I'm just not sure if they're gonna do the blue and gray costume.
They'll never
never
do it, man.
No,
Yeah.
No.
they got to do it eventually.
No, they'll never do it.
Like when I'm in my 50s, maybe.
No, I just don't think they're gonna do it because
No.
right
You don't-
right now, like so far, Batman is so far known with the gray and black now. Like
There's no iteration I have seen since probably the animated series, with the exception of the recent World's Finest,
yeah.
that has had the blue and gray.
No,
What do you
I
guys
mean,
think of that figure?
what about
I'm gonna show
Brave and the
figure
Bold?
I got. Hold on.
Okay,
Brave and
Brave and the Bold.
is the
Okay,
I love Brave and the Bold.
But
and
even
also
Lego
Batman and Robin.
Lego Batman was made for kids, and it didn't have the blue and gray.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, Brave and the Bold is for kids, basically. So
So
I didn't really
this
like
is
the
at
art
Toys,
style.
This is at Toys R Us right now. I just got this the other day.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm fine if the blue is like inside the cape. I'm fine with
And
that.
not
I
only
just want
that, but
some
it's
blue.
actually like you can see the blue lining. Can you see the
Yeah.
blue
Yeah.
lining?
yeah.
So they can
Yeah.
highlight some blue. See, like on his foot here.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's kinda
it's
sweet.
conceivable, but like
It's pretty neat.
I think it's almost like whatever director or whoever's doing a Batman movie, they just come up to him and say, "Okay, it's going to be black or it's going to be gray. You can have one or the other." Because that's all I ever see.
I had a Batman figure when I was a kid that was neon green.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know it.
I know that one. I saw the Batmobile for that. It's like all neon green and it glows in the
Really?
dark.
Wait, I'm looking this up.
Batman. It's Batman Returns, I think. Batman Returns figure green.
What?
Uh,
I just get like Batman Green Lantern.
no, it's not that though. Hold on.
No, just look up like Kenner
Kenner
Green
Batman,
Batman.
yeah, okay.
or-
Yeah.
Kenner Batman.
I had a Mr. Freeze toy when I was a kid that I just
Mhm.
lost at one point, and then I found in one of my neighbor's bushes like 8 years later.
There's that one.
Was it in any condition?
I mean, the helmet was pretty scratched up, but overall, it was actually not that bad
Oh.
for like almost a decade in the bush.
Exposed to
It
the elements
must have
for
been. It
8
must have been
years.
this, right? Was it this one?
I think it was. You know what? You know what? I was actually confusing it with the Mr. Freeze because the Mr. Freeze. I actually just saw the Mr. Freeze one. It was the green Mr. Freeze.
Oh, okay. Because I had Batman
There.
Returns camo figure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had this. And I have it in the packaging. I think
Oh,
I
yeah?
still have it. Yeah.
Oh, the camo.
Yeah, where it's like I don't you know.
Yeah.
And then
You ever-
here's the gold one, and I had this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the one I had.
You ever had any figures or anything that you wish you bought 10 years ago when it was like $5 and now it's like a 200?
Yeah, probably everything.
Yeah,
You should see
That's-
my.
that's
my-
me with the
my-
video gaming and just video retro gaming scene right now. Jesus,
Like,
it's
my-
ridiculous.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so stupid, eh?
the retro
Like
gaming
hundreds
is
of
a
dollars
lot.
for like stuff you had that you know.
Yeah, I know.
$100 for damn Super
But
Mario
it's-
Sunshine, the most common freaking GameCube.
Yeah.
game.
So
It's
I
inflated though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I sent Steve and Sean a video that explains how all this went down. There's a great channel that talks about video games, and it is such a scam. And the guys involved in this literally know each other. Heritage
Yeah.
Actions is involved.
And WADA.
WADA. So you know it. You know.
Oh,
it.
I've known about all this stuff. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
So there you go. And it's crazy. Oh, you know, on a side note, I've been watching the Tetris finals. Oh my God. These
Tetris
guys, it's like, it is going so fast. And this one guy holds it's Nintendo Tetris. He holds the controller like
Wait,
side
NES?
up. NES.
I've heard that
He holds the controller this way. And because apparently it makes it better. It's like, and the Tetris
That's
pieces
so
are
weird.
falling like this. It's so fast. It's
J-Man.
I've heard the NES version is terrible for competitive. I don't know why,
It's
but I've
hard.
heard that. That's
J-
weird.
J-Man, have you ever played the PlayStation?
I don't like the PlayStation controller. I can't. So I never played PlayStation.
I agree.
I like the Xbox controller better. That's the only reason why. I don't care. It's just I like that one.
Okay.
My
Arkham
partner
Horror
likes
game?
the Duke a lot more than the Model S controller. I'm like, what are you
What,
smoking?
what's the difference? What's
Oh, I'll show you.
I'll show you. It's like, okay.
J-Man, are we going to talk about Superman and Lois?
Oh,
Oh, that was a good episode.
yeah. I mean, my favorite episodes are where Superman is not in it.
I knew you were gonna say something about that.
What? And then Jonathan Kent comes at the end, and it's like a different. How come the different Jonathan Kent doesn't look all cracked up and broken?
I know.
Yeah.
Like
They should all look like Bizarro.
they should all look like Bizarro because that oh boy, stop it, stop it. It's like, what is going on with Superman and Lois? It's like that show is so up and down.
Just stop thinking.
It's
Superman and Lois, like, I literally think that their goal is to have Superman in the show as little as possible.
Yeah, I guess so.
Here,
Oh, let's see the
this is
difference.
the Model S. I love this controller. It's really smooth and
Okay.
nice.
Yeah,
I love the analog sticks,
yeah.
buttons, perfect.
Oh no, I like the one that you like better.
It's I'm confused with the camera. This one's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's terrible.
Very
My
puffy.
my
the
partner likes
360.
that. He says it's like the Duke or nothing. I'm like, you're fucking
No, I like
crazy.
the 360 controller or whatever.
Yeah,
Xbox
I like that
360.
too.
That's the one. Whatever.
I like the Xbox One the most, honestly.
Okay, so I didn't know if the controllers were different. But yeah, Superman and Lois. I mean,
This is my old one.
Hell yeah.
Let's
That
see.
dust
Sean.
Got
on
dust all over it, man.
Let's see. Oh god.
He unearthed that from like underneath his couch or something.
Oh,
It still works, so
hold on. Arkham's
I
gonna
would
have a
show you my
Batman.
console collection, but I don't want to move the camera over there.
yeah.
I guarantee you, Arkham has a Batman controller.
Do you think? I wonder. I'm gonna look up a Batman controller. What would that look like?
It's got the horns or whatever.
So yeah, I don't know, man. Superman and Lois, it's not horrible, but like,
No.
my God, it's becoming less and less interesting with every week.
It's like get on with it.
Yeah, like, oh, there's this inverse place and blah blah
So
blah.
go
Like,
there.
and why
Yeah,
is
we're
Lucy
gonna
Lane?
go there now, but yeah.
I
Why
want
is
to
Lucy?
show you my custom controller also. I gotta customize my other controller like this, and make it like a Batman controller.
Whipping stuff out when we're showing.
showing it off.
Here's my controller.
Oh!
No, PlayStation's better.
You ready, Arkham?
Oh, okay. So I got this is my custom controller.
Oh, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
So I get customized the PlayStation 5 controller similar to this. So I'll have the bat symbol and the it'll probably have all the
So
Robin.
wait, the buttons are Robin. And, that's so neat.
Oh, that is cool, man.
Wow.
Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood,
That's really
and Batman
cool.
Beyond.
That's
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's really awesome.
Did
man.
you what do you think of the PS5 controller? Because I think it's
I love it. Like it,
Yeah.
it's very comfortable to use and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like
Fair.
it. Like, I never minded PlayStation controller. Like to me, like, the Xbox controllers were always too small for me. It's like it was squishing my hands.
I play Street Fighter mostly, so I want to have all my attack buttons very close, so I can do combos easier with it.
Yeah, I think it's like I need something. It has to be wide, something like this and stuff like that. So it's like I can go like that, but I can't like I don't like when I used it. It was always squishing my hands because I have big hands and stuff like that.
What's it called? Switch. Oh, that's the worst controller.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love this
man.
controller. If you're talking about Switch, I love this controller.
Okay,
this is
fine.
a lot better.
No,
but
the
this is
one
like
that you get
$100.
with it. Yeah.
Freak out, man.
No, I'm talking about the one that comes with the thing.
Oh
It's
yeah, the
awful.
Joy-Cons are terrible. I hate them.
The Wii controller, I got used to it, but it's like terrible, man.
Too. That was piss.
It was terrible.
Nintendo used to be number one. It used to be a number one, and now it's just kind of. I don't
This
know
is dating myself, but like I was worried about the Super Nintendo. I'm like, why do I have so many buttons? I existed with two
6
for
was
so long.
a lot, like back then.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
have you ever noticed that the Super Nintendo or the original PlayStation controller is pretty much a Super Nintendo controller, but
Yes.
with 2 extra
Yeah.
buttons on the
Yes.
yeah.
You even had the color
And-
scheme too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all know why now. But
Because
Yeah, but
it was gonna be the next Nintendo. Yeah.
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 by the way, Arkham, has anybody ever told you got the chin to be Batman?
No,
Is that a compliment or an insult?
I guess that's a compliment.
That's a
Good.
compliment.
Good.
It's a bat chin, man.
Yeah.
That chin.
You gotta wear a Batman costume sometime.
Yeah,
Which Batman would you want to be? George Clooney?
no,
Why not?
George Clooney.
Oh, why not?
I
Well,
think
me-
if you
me-
showed him the costume with the nipples, he would go running in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I would.
Hey, JD,
Well, George
thank
Clooney
you
didn't
so
have
much
the
for
nipples, I
popping
don't
in.
think.
Yeah. So we were talking about Superman Lois. When Jonathan comes out of the mirror, I don't know what it's called, the Mirrorverse, or Bizarroverse. So he comes out of Bizarroverse and he looks normal. I'm like, why doesn't he look? Because he's the son of the guy who looks all cracked up and broken. So why isn't he looking weird? And I just thought they were too lazy on the makeup. It's like, that's not Jonathan. It's like, well, it certainly looks like him. It's like, no, he's from the Bizarro world. Why would you assume that when he doesn't look like the Bizarro version?
All we did
He
was
ran out of
change the
money.
hair. His hair's
It's
black.
like he gelled his hair. Come on, even Van Damme did more than that. Van Damme moved the hair here in Double Impact. One of the greatest films
Did you
of all
see the
time.
preview
Come on.
of like what Bizarre World's gonna look like and stuff like that?
No.
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 Does it look
Or
good?
like a preview of the characters and of what the story's gonna be for.
Well, I saw the picture of the rest of them and they all look normal. So why does Superman look weird? I just don't get it. That's just fail. It's like fail. It's like, fail. Yeah, here's the Superman or Jonathan Kent, the Bizarro Jonathan Kent.
That's a fucking 50 DKP minus!
That's my
Fucking loud.
show the picture because I don't think everyone saw it.
well of Jonathan Kent. He looks normal. It's
Yeah.
his hair is slicked up. It's
And he can speak normal.
right. And he did speak weird and then he adjusted. So I'm assuming that Superman taught him or something or whatever.
But
I
so
don't know.
Superman taught him, but Bizarro Superman himself couldn't do it.
because Bizarro Superman didn't, when he got there, he didn't learn it or whatever. So we don't know how much time has passed.
But
Like, we know
Bizarro
it's been a
Superman's
month.
dead.
Huh?
Bizarro Superman's dead.
Right. I'm talking about the Bizarro Jonathan Kent.
Okay, I'm
Like-
not. Okay.
No, Superman regular went to Bizarro World.
Oh, you're saying
And
that
taught
you
them how to
feel Superman has interacted with Bizarro Superman's family.
Right, because he goes, oh, Superman didn't succeed, and then they're going to show what happened. So the next episode is going to show what happened at the same time
Oh,
as this
I
episode.
found the pictures.
All right, go for it. Send it.
This is some of the pictures, but like,
They're not nudes, right?
No, they're not.
I don't know. I don't know your browsing history.
I do not shoot that kind.
Oh.
So this is like, I guess this is Bizarro, and this is Lois. Like,
Yeah, I just
No.
saw the trailer. It looks like piss, but
She
I'll
looks
watch it.
like Ursa.
She does.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that Superman has like a 5 o'clock shadow. It's kind of weird.
I don't like
He
No.
it
always
either.
does,
I don't
yeah.
like it either.
I don't like it either.
I sympathize because I have that problem too.
He
But
looks like my dad, and I don't
because
like
you can
that.
shave all you want, but like the dark still shows. So yeah.
You know, a friend of mine named Poindexter Lounge said,
Yeah, Enosh.
yeah, he said that he hates that this suit has too much padding.
Yeah, I talked to Enosh.
Yeah.
I talked to Enosh with on Arkham's channel just the other
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, he said he wished they go back to the old Tyrecklin suit.
Oh God, not that suit.
No, he's that thing.
That
With the
Ursa.
clamps that went let down
Oh, I
like
hate
that.
those
I
clamps.
hated
was-
that.
Yeah, don't
I
like
think
those
the only time they got the Superman costume right in live action was Christopher Reeve.
pretty much
Oh yeah.
or probably the comics, or probably the
in
animated.
live
series.
action. He's saying.
Yeah, live action, I guess. Like,
Oh, technically, you could count a documentary as live action. So, I mean, the comics
Wait,
are in live
documentary?
action. Then.
Oh,
Skeptic, am I gonna have to throw something up here? For that?
not the Nicolas Cage one.
Hell yeah.
Andrew said he loves the Nicolas Cage suit.
I never said that. He's
Oh,
putting
no,
words in my
I
mouth.
know Andrew wouldn't say that because nobody on planet Earth has said that.
Wait, what? Sorry, I missed that. What?
I've seen some people that actually like the suit.
I wish they'd
What
made that
suit?
movie, man. It would have been a complete.
Nicolas Cage Superman suit. Have
Oh,
you
I don't
seen
think it looks that bad.
Well, here's the thing.
that?
The one where it's the classic red and blue is fine, but that one with the red symbol is bad.
Man,
you mean the light up colors and everything like that?
Well,
like
that's the healing suit. I'm talking about the
Ooh.
one where it's
the flashlight suit. Flashlight suit.
Well, the yeah.
Here.
I really like the suit where there's no like yellow in the emblem. Like I actually really like
I'm
that
gonna bring
suit.
it up.
What Kingdom?
Is
Come?
that
Like-
disgusting to you,
like-
J-Man?
That
course.
healing suit looks like he's a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
You're right.
I agree.
Now this one's fine,
How far
No
was that
way.
but
movie
this
in
one's
development?
bad.
That's the no.
Like,
that's,
honestly,
that's the
though,
movie.
like-
That
I like that.
Are you crazy, skeptic?
I don't mind
You're
it.
crazy.
It looks kind of cool.
You're
Go,
crazy.
go to the lighting suit, like the flash.
Like,
That's the only video.
Do you remember when Superman threw his emblem and
You know
it
about this
became
one
that
here in the
close?
middle?
Oh my God! Look at that.
Yes, I do.
That is awful.
That's what it looks like. It looks like he caught that thing and he put it on himself.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
but I gotta say, this one here with the classic red and blue looks fine.
It's Nick Cage. I don't know.
How far was this movie in development? Does anybody know?
Well,
I
they
don't
already-
know.
they already
no,
had-
it was
song.
canceled. It was canceled.
well,
want to
Tim
find
Burton was
out.
gonna direct it.
Was he?
It was
Yeah,
pretty
Tim
far
Burton.
down the road.
Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's and everything in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Burton directing that almost sounded like if Zack
They had,
Snyder did a
they
fucking
had the
Superman
guys designing everything, and then like John Peters would go into the design area and like put people in random headlocks.
Yeah.
Zack-
Well,
Zack
he was
Snyder
just
made
random-
Superman.
Basically, it was gonna be that this movie was gonna be set in the world of the Michael Keaton Batman movies.
Yeah.
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 Were you guys scared when when you heard that Zack Snyder was directing a Superman film, or were you
No,
optimistic?
oh god,
No.
we were
We were
super
optimistic.
excited.
That's crazy talk.
I had to be honest. I didn't know who Zack Snyder was.
You were probably like 12, like me.
I saw 300 3 times. So okay,
I never saw 300.
Okay, so check this out. So Sean, Steve, and 2 or 3 other people. We're all going together with me. We have tickets to see 300 on Saturday. Saturday, which was like not opening night was Friday, but Saturday was where we were gonna. So we all had tickets in our hand. We bought advance tickets. So Steven was living in a different city. So he was coming over to my place and he was staying over at my place, and then we were going to go see the movie the next day. So I went to go pick Steve up at the train station, and he called me. He says, I'm going to be a few hours late because the train is late. So then I went to go see 300 by myself because the train station was right next, and I already had tickets to see it the next day. So I saw 300 by myself opening night, and then I picked Steve up. Steve's like, oh, I can't wait for 300. I'm like, I already watched it. He's like, what did you see? I'm like, I just saw it right now. And then the entire ride back, I was like, it's the goddamn best movie ever. and like, I literally bought every toy, every poster. And I bought anything that had 300 on it. I bought a Ziploc. I don't even smoke. And I bought a lighter that had 300 on it. And I'm like, I need and I'm like, I just was insane. I bought the comics and I bought the making of.
Did you buy the PSP movie or the game?
I had the game. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I bought the PS. I bought anything that had 300. You don't understand. I bought everything. And then we had a team. We used to do this thing called Box Wars. Long story. We called ourselves the Spartans. It's like we literally did everything. So, anyways, and then I saw the movie 3 times in the theater. And then Watchmen came out, and I thought Watchmen was really good. I really liked it a lot. I bought all the toys for Watchmen, all the books and everything like that. Even when Man of Steel came out, I loved Man of Steel.
Oh, I know.
Talked it up. I
Watched
told
your
everybody it was
review.
the best. I was like, this is the greatest movie ever made.
Do you like
this is
BVS?
awesome. No. Well, BVS is a different story. But by that time, I smartened up.
No,
Sean
you have
was
to answer the question. Answer question.
No, BVS is shit. BVS is shit. Obviously, you know it's shit.
As long as we can all agree that fucking what's his face that played Batman was great.
What?
Well, J-Man didn't even say, like, we also got first day tickets for Sucker Punch.
Oh, I like Sucker Punch a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's a great movie.
Watchmen, Sucker Punch, we were Team Zach. All the way up to Man of Steel.
Oh, I even liked. Okay, so I saw it. Did you see Dawn of the Dead with me, Steve, or no?
No, but I saw it separately. I wasn't
Sean
living
came
in
with me, though,
the
right?
area at that time.
I
So
feel like
Sean and I are massive zombie fans, and when we heard Dawn of the Dead was coming out, I literally barfed in my mouth.
Yeah.
After
The
seeing-
original is the best.
The original is one of the
Did
best.
you like the
movies.
Resident Evil films?
Yes. I bought the poster for those. Look, so don't give me your cheap your cheap.
I'm
sticker.
sorry, I watched the first film like a few weeks ago. It was really bad.
Well, that's you.
Okay.
First of
I know
all,
about the games, that's why.
Well,
Maybe
I
you
don't
haven't
care.
played the games.
You know who I know about is Mila Jovovich. That's who I know about, and she's the damn best.
And she's not even in the games.
So,
Yeah, exactly. I don't.
so
care.
you probably like them because of sex appeal. You like jerking off to it.
Well, no, not with zombies there. I don't think that's gonna work. No, but I was a fan of hers from super day one. If she's in a movie, I will watch it. Cuffs. No, but she was on Married with Children. She was the French exchange student or whatever, and she's like, Bud, I don't mind if you peep, because he was peeping on her. He's like, I don't mind if you peep. Anyways, and Return to the Blue Lagoon. I watched that movie.
Oh
and
god.
Cuffs. She was great in Cuffs and all that. So I love Mila. But anyways, we're talking about Dawn of the Dead. But we watched it and I thought this was not too bad. So Dawn of the Dead was not too bad. I love 300. I love Watchmen. I love Sucker Punch, and I loved Man of Steel when I first saw it. Sean is the only one out of all of us who was like, this is not very good. And we just beat up Sean, and in the parking lot we
I wasn't
kicked the
just.
crap out of him.
I was like, this is fucking shit.
Yeah,
Because of
I'm being nice.
this.
Yeah,
I'm
he
being
was very down on the movie, and we were very down on Sean for being down on
Yeah,
the movie.
I was like, screw you, Sean, you're trash. And then I saw the light when it came out on Blu-ray. I'm like, oh boy, what happened here?
What about
And I'm like, and this happens sometimes. Independence Day, which I thought was 10 out of 10, and I saw the movie like 3 years ago. I saw Independence Day and I was like, this is the greatest movie ever made. And then I bought it.
Greatest
and
movie ever made.
And I watched that at home like, this is so awful.
Nothing
What
happens to them.
Nothing happens in this movie.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know
I
why
might
not.
feel like that with No Way Home pretty soon. I'm almost feeling like that.
I'm not. I don't think
We'll
I'm gonna
watch
do
it.
I'm gonna watch it in a week when it comes out. On
Yeah.
4th
Well, I'm going to see
or
it for the
whatever.
first time in a week, so.
Yeah, Steve
Oh.
hasn't seen it, so we're gonna watch that.
Would you say, because I know some people made the point with No Way Home is, it's more like a nostalgia movie, or like if you had certain parts within the movie, like Tobey Maguire or
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, the movie would fall apart. Would you?
I don't
Yeah.
agree with that personally. I don't think it would fall apart if they weren't in the movie, but it is to me. I think it's just it feels like a setup movie for 4 again. I don't know.
No, I don't think that.
No,
look,
The thing is,
nostalgia's not
they don't
bad.
bring them into like an hour or so into the movie.
Okay.
So, you know,
Yes, some people have been saying like it's
Yeah.
like it's a good movie, but they say like it's a nostalgia movie. And stuff
I think
like
it has a lot of charm to it, like without the resort to gimmickry, which they did.
Yeah.
I think it still stands its own 2 feet. So
This was the best Tom Holland, easy.
that. yeah.
Oh,
because they gave him adversity, that's why.
Going into the movie it would be a gimmicky movie, and we would just be sitting around waiting for all of the guest appearances.
Well,
But it was
Amazing Spider-Man 2 was that. It's like shove in this element and that element and kill off
Oh,
Gwen Stacy.
hey,
It's like, yeah.
Did you guys have arguments about Amazing Spider-Man 2? Because I watched J-Man's review, he loved it.
I loved it when I first saw it. No, but yeah.
I loved it when I first saw it.
Yeah.
J-Man is a Andrew Garfield supporter for Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I'm a supporter for those
I'm
two
still a
movies. I,
supporter.
lo- I,
Supporting
love,
Marc, man.
I fucking
I'm
love
still a
Amazing Spider-Man
supporter.
2.
I'm still a supporter of Andrew Garfield in the costume, his attitude in Spider-Man, in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man, just himself, take out the rest. I still think he's awesome. I just rewatched it like a few months ago.
He's
But
obviously
the
a good
villains are
actor. He just got
garbage.
a
The
he
villains
just got
are
an
garbage.
Oscar.
And he's a good actor, yeah. And he's from Doctor Who, so yeah. But
You know, what kind of look would I know you don't like the electro look? What kind of look would you want to? Would you prefer in this Amazing Spider-Man if it wasn't the blue? I know people
I
know
hate the
like
blue.
the blue look is from Ultimate Comics and stuff
yeah,
like
I
that.
hate that. Ultimate
Do it
is
like
trash.
James Gunn, where they just don't give a shit and just make it look cheesy.
Yeah, yellow and green.
Yeah, make him. Yeah, they could have easily given him a green.
They showed it
with
in
yellow electricity.
No Way
and
Home.
they
Yeah.
showed it in No Way Home.
Yeah.
Well, they even made fun of it, that look, I think, in one of the video games. I can't remember which one. I think it's the Shattered Dimensions, where
Mhm.
Electro shows up and Spider-Man's literally like, why aren't you wearing pants? And he just kept making allusions to it through the entire fight. It's like, put on pants! Like, which actually made me laugh. But, like, I don't like that look, man. I like you don't have to do the whole like headpiece where the electric bolts are coming out. Like you don't have to do that, but
Or you could.
or you
You
could.
can.
But
I want that. But
at least have the green, have the color scheme right. Like at least
Right.
have the green and have like the electricity coming from his head. That's
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, do
I
the
just
yellow
wanna know-
electricity. Jordan, I sent the link in the chat, but we're only going to stay on for another like 5 minutes or something. So,
Okay, cool.
so Jordan, what are yours? Hey, Jordan, I finished the He-Man CGI man. I thought it was cool. And you see, okay, I said this in season 1. Those guys are too bad. Remember when they were carrying the books? And he goes, oh, there's so many books to carry. And the guy says, he goes, too bad. And like,
Oh yeah,
They
I
will-
remember that.
So they're going to be too bad. I said this, and you could ask everybody. From the first second I saw it, I'm like, one guy's blue, one guy's purple. I'm like, oh, that's too bad, I guarantee you. And it was too, and because they're carrying all the books, and he's like, there's so many books here. And Kendra's like, too bad. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to be too bad. And Manny Faces is the damn, like, my wife
He
and I
is.
like Manny, and Crass, like, Ram Man is like my favorite character.
Right? You saw that, right?
Dude,
Ram
dude.
I was like, what?
I was like, yo, she's
She
awesome.
badass, man.
She's badass, man. I'm like, God damn.
I'm gonna get the toy. I'm gonna
I
get
got
the
the
real
toy. I
one.
got it.
You got it?
Oh, I got
Oh
it.
man,
I
come
was
on.
like, dude, like, I
Jordan,
like this.
just assume J-Man has the toy.
Yeah,
Always just
Yeah.
I've got too many faces. I've got one with the robot face and one with the thing in the package. I know you can change it, but
J-
Oh, with
J-Man
the
has,
monster one, the dragon-like monster face.
I have everyone that you can possibly get in Canada.
J-Man has everything of everything.
You know, I don't like it. It's like I beat up the.
He
Batman.
probably has two of everything.
I used to.
Probably.
I do have too many faces, yeah, and I have 2 He-Mans and 2 Skeletors. But
Don't you have like a wife?
yeah, she's got her own collection. She's got her
Oh,
own.
You must have a big house then.
No, we're in a condo. I just pack a lot in here. I just picked up a new. I just did I fixed my Defenders of the Earth. So I went crazy. I went on Big Bad Toy Store and I ordered all Flash Gordon and related toys. So I ordered all 6 Defenders of the Earth characters, and then I ordered all King features.
I'll be right back.
So Phantom.
What, from Big Bad Toy Store?
Yeah, I just ordered them all. I don't care.
Are they new?
Yeah, they're new.
From who? You don't
It's
know?
It's the N word.
I have to look it.
It's NECA. It's the N word.
NECA? Oh god, they're gonna shatter in your hand.
But I'm not gonna take them out of the packaging. I'm gonna leave them in the packaging.
They might shatter in the packaging.
J-Man.
Clobby bought them, and he said Clobby bought Flash Gordon. He said it looked good.
Have you ever read White Knight, J-Man?
Yes.
Did you get this? Did you get this?
Yes, I did get that, but I didn't read,
Oh my god,
read
it's so
it.
fucking good.
I didn't read it yet, but I have it. I didn't
It's
read
so
it.
fucking good. I love it.
J-Man,
Yeah.
do you like the He-Man live action movie
Of
from the
course, are you crazy?
Yeah, I thought that.
I've got on VHS. I've got the soundtrack. I have both posters because there's 2 different posters that came out.
Yeah.
I've got Dolph Lundgren's autograph from. I've got Dolph Lundgren's autograph right behind me.
Yeah.
It is right.
It looks pretty cool. I want to watch it, but I don't know
Yeah.
anything about He-Man, so.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Make
Did
sure
you-
to watch
did you read
Craig
this?
Epic.
Did you read this?
Sorry.
What's that? DC Van. Oh.
It's so good.
Was
Like,
that good?
there's something that you never expect. Like, there was something, like, I don't want to spoil it, but there's something you never expect to happen in this, in the 6th issue that's very surprising.
Awesome.
You think the
Let me
movie
see
is
if I
a
can
good
move my-
introduction to the series?
No, it's a bit different, but you should watch the movie. It's great. Let me see if I can move my camera. Hold on. I can.
It reminds me of the Flash Gordon movie.
Whoa. Okay. I'll make myself full screen. Okay, Jordan, check this out.
Let me see.
That right there is all the He-Man toys for the new show.
Oh my god, you got them all like horizontal.
I like your Ultra Magnus.
What?
Oh, that's original Ultra Magnus, yeah.
How many is it? Like 10, 15?
So that's the new shelf I just did for Defenders of the Earth, which you can't really. There's the lighting in here is not that good, but then you can see some of the other.
I can still see it anyway.
Please cat me forward.
My
Please
God,
cat me forward poster, yeah.
man.
Hey, do you have
Swamp Thing poster.
do you have vintage Star Wars figures?
I have them all.
Yeah, you have them all.
That's a stupid question.
Yeah, that's a really stupid question.
No, you don't have that.
I want
So you have the what is his name? Snaggletooth, the small
The
the
blue
big
Snaggletooth.
Snaggletooth. You don't
I
have the
have
big.
them. I have red. I
Hey,
have
man,
red,
I want
but
to
not
see
So
your
you have
pile
any
of
of the-
comic books. I want to see how many comic
It's impossible.
You have
My
any of
comic
the
books
Sears
are a
exclusives?
storage room in the basement, and then the rest of them are there. Like right here. Oh, okay. Look. I need to do a room tour.
Goodness.
So that long box is only see the W. That's only Wonder Woman. That
Oh,
entire
wow.
thing is
Oh
filled.
wow.
And then I've got another Wonder Woman box, which is half filled. Oh, there's my army. Check out my Army of Darkness statue.
Yep.
He's got me.
Whoa.
And there's the poster. And I got Chucky. And then there's Batman. And, oh, I've got wrestling stuff here too.
That's cool.
That's
Dude.
Lone Wolf and Cub behind there. And then I'll check. There's some.
Jason, Michael Myers.
That's all horror movies.
Speed Racer.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I love Speed Racer.
Yeah.
J-Man, did you hear of the deceased? You read deceased?
No,
Right?
I didn't like this. I didn't read Deceased. Was that any good?
Yeah, it was very good. It was very good. I know they're making a sequel to it. I don't know. I forgot when it's coming out, but DC Comics announced that I think it's who. I think the guy Tom Taylor is the writer. I think.
Okay.
He's writing a sequel. What I can show you right now.
Tom Taylor.
I'm not nervous at all.
It's basically Marvel zombies, right? Or DC guys.
No, it's totally different.
I saw the figures and they're all just zombies, right? So.
Yeah.
Let's support. I love that movie.
Every time Tom Taylor's name is mentioned, this happens. Best Batman scene.
It is. We need
Well, I feel
more
like I
of
saw that one before.
If we don't get that in the sequel, I'm gonna be pissed.
Which one?
Those toys are all over Walmart.
If we don't get Batman
with
and
the Trumps.
I don't know, Mr. Freeze surfing together.
Oh man.
That's happening.
Yeah.
Surfing on ice.
This one is more serious than the Nolan verse, so no.
I know. It's you know what? There are some good scenes. I'll admit. I'm not a huge fan of this new movie, but I did get chills with Batmobile. I didn't think I would.
Batmobile's cool.
That
so
was a
Batman
good scene.
Batmobile's on there.
You got the Bat? Oh my god, I gotta get
Yeah,
that.
Batman. I got the
I
Batman.
love it.
Like I
Yeah.
said, you know, just he's got it all. Like
Yeah, you got it all.
I go to Walmart when it opens. The only guy who beats me is the Hot Wheels guy, but we go to different aisles, so I'm okay with him. But I'm always there first, and like just today, I almost got another Ram Man, Crass. So I almost got a second Crass, but I actually like Crass in her like powered down costume better.
Yeah.
She looks cool. Like her powered up costume, the helmet's too weird. It looks kind of weird to me.
Yeah. It's too big.
It's too big. But her powered down costume, I think, is really cool. Like she just looks really cool. So that's my two favorite characters are Adam and Crass, and obviously
Yeah.
Sparkle is great.
They're the spotlight to me.
They're the
They're
spotlight.
real.
The two are
Mhm.
awesome.
I can't wait for season 3.
Andrew the Karen.
McCarran.
What's
I don't
Andrew, what is that? Man?
He's not even here. You can't. I mean, he's here, but
Okay.
he's not here. Like,
I
come on.
found it.
Alright.
I had to find it and search it. And
Oh, you're
everything.
searching for an image. Yeah,
No, I found it now. I had just have to share. Okay, so this is Tom Taylor. It's called Deceased 3. Every story has an end. So this is the end of the saga. You have to, if you're gonna get this, you have to read Deceased, and I think the Deceased World's End, and this
oh my
is
God.
and
That's
you
not
have
happening.
Well, don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna read it anyway.
you're not gonna understand it if you don't know the whole story.
And you might not
You know
understand
what?
it even if you
I'm
do know
just
that.
doing that to rebel. So.
Doing that to Rebel.
But this is like
Skeptic is Louis Riel.
but this is the new story. I'm excited for. I already have the graphic novel, so I could show you it.
Did you like
next
Steve?
stream? Skeptic's coming on. He's like, I read this history. I don't know what the hell is going on. This is terrible.
Probably.
I'll skim through it just for a joke.
Steve,
I got it right here.
Oh, that's cool.
What is? Oh, that's disease.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Arkham and Steve.
Yeah.
Did you guys like, or I'm sure Arkham read this, but did you
Yeah.
like the Last Night on Earth, the Batman storyline where Joker's head is in that lantern? Did you?
Oh,
like
the
that?
Last Night on Earth from that's from Greg Capullo
It's
and stuff.
Capullo, yeah. I really liked it a lot.
I liked it. It was pretty good. Like I
don't
know it was very good. I
Don't
liked
spoil
it.
it though. If Steve, did you read it?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, Christ. Okay,
I
okay.
saw. I loved it. Like it was good.
I thought it was so good.
Last Night on Earth.
Don't look it up then. I'll get it to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy the toys because McFarlane did toys for it, and the two main characters are great. And they did a Q Fig. Q Figs are like little. They're not exactly Funko Pops. They're like little. They're just smaller versions, and it looks wicked. So I'm gonna show you. I'll show you. Do you have it? This maybe I can. I don't want to share my screen real good. I'll show it to you privately, Steve.
Everyone saw Deceased, right? I want to show you a cool picture.
Yeah, you can show me a picture. We don't care about spoilers. I don't care about spoilers for this.
Give me a second. I saw.
Oh, this will be the last thing. I gotta go in a minute. I just saw the time.
Look at this cool picture of I think that's Martian Manhunter.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Martian Manhunter.
That's Martian Manhunter. I think he kills Flash and stuff like that. And the Flash kills Lex Luthor, goes through like half of his body and stuff like that.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Is it like Darkest Night?
What?
Which one?
Deceased. Is it like Darkest Night? You know, Green Lantern. Or have you read it? Or?
I think it's Darkest Night. I think I read that. This is like I'll tell you the story and stuff like that. This is like where like you have infection throughout the DC multiverse, and people are starting to become zombies and stuff like that.
Zombies,
and you have to. There's only a few surviving. Like there's a lot of surviving members. Then like I can spoil it, right? Everyone saw it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Then Batman got infected himself. He had like a Mr. Freeze suit that he couldn't leave the cave, and he dies and everything like that. And like spoiler alert, Alfred kills him.
This was Marvel zombies, but with DC characters.
and
That's pretty cool.
And Damian Wayne becomes the new Batman. He becomes the new Batman. I know people have people's feelings towards Damian Wayne.
I love Damian
right.
Wayne. I love Damian Wayne. I don't care. I bought all the toys.
Robin,
that
man.
new toy, that new McFarlane toy's coming out. That's based on the Robin thing.
It makes sense why he becomes the Batman, because he has the helm. He's like the helm of the Bat.
Yeah.
But it's like I guess it will be similar to Marvel Zombies, but a different kind of concept where like you do have an air virus where it basically affects everyone, and you have to find a way how to destroy this virus before more people become zombies. And like the more people, and like you see in the comic book where people are ripping each other's apart. Like I saw Flash like rip someone's face off and stuff like that.
Here we go. Okay,
I need a video game of that.
It would like
we gotta
seeing
end
this
it.
in
I gotta end it.
animation. Imagine this in animation. This would be awesome.
It would.
All right, guys, we gotta go. Okay, so thanks everyone for coming on. It's good having Phantom Zone back with everybody, so that's cool. We'll probably do it again next Saturday, and we'll talk about Moon Knight and whatever else. So that's it. Okay, guys, take care.
Right, you guys have a good day. Iron Man 3 is good.
No,
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.